CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. This is a story about a phenomenon of our times. About a world which Hamlet seemed to describe to the players, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is to hold, as 'twere, the mirror up to nature. This is a story about a world as mad and ridiculous, as sad and as untidy as the one that most of us have to live in. A story of confusion of identities in which fancy becomes reality and vice versa. You must judge where truth begins and illusion ends.
You cheap, conniving crook. You killed my dad.
Timmy!
Stay out of this, Marcia.
No, Buck.
You asked for this, Timmy.
Oh, stop it, both of you. Stop it.
Not on a bet, Mother. I've just been waiting for a chance to knock his head off.
You're not old enough yet to manage that, boy.
Oh, Brock. What have you done? You've killed him.
Our mystery drama, A Tale of Two Worlds, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Bob Caliban. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and X-Lax. I'll be back shortly with Act One. How far have we come from the jungle? Not so very far when you consider all the unreasoning things most of us are prey to. Fear of heights, of crowded places, superstitions, envy, and her darker sister, jealousy. Most of all, anger. For when rage suddenly explodes inside any of us, no matter how secure our worlds, if the fire burns strong enough, it can hurtle us out of the safe orbit of our own world and back to the savage jungle. For example...
I just don't think I can believe my ears, Marcia.
Oh, Brock, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What can I say? He's... After all, he's my son.
And what am I?
You know what you are to me, Brock.
Well, I thought I did.
All I'm asking for is time before... Oh, Brock, is it too much to ask?
Time is too precious to me. I'm not going to let this little twerp of a boy still wet behind the ears stand in my way, in our way.
Please, Brock. You've got to understand Timmy's point of view.
Why?
Because he has some rights.
A 20-year-old boy?
Whose father has only been dead a little over a year, a father he worshipped.
A man who would have ended up in jail for going to the public trough once too often. And the last time without sufficient legal excuse.
Well, you represented him.
I was his lawyer because I was in love with you, and I didn't want you to be hurt.
But he was convicted just the same.
Because he was guilty.
Well, Timmy doesn't think so.
Oh, Timmy.
Brock, please.
Timmy, that wishy-washy, childish diminutive of a name. It's the whole trouble. Why not Tim? Or even Timothy. It's his name. And I think of what that sniveling little toady is doing to bar us from the happiness we both have missed all our lives. I tell you, Marcia, son of yours or not, I could kill him with my bare hands. Marcia, I tell you, I'm sorry.
Timmy, I didn't expect you home so soon.
You know I don't dig the country club scene, Mom.
Well, don't I even get a hello kiss? And what about Mr. Chalmers?
Am I supposed to kiss him now, too?
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, Brock, Tim, now then, please.
You can stay out of this, Mother.
Don't talk to me that way.
No, I'd advise you to listen, Marcia.
Why? Because you're planning to make her a September bride?
Why, you insufferable
No,
John.
Brock, please.
Go ahead, Mom. Let him take a swing at me. I can handle him.
Did I ask you to?
I don't care if you did. Someone's got to, for Dad's sake. Doesn't anyone care about him anymore?
Why should we? He ruined your mother's life as a common criminal, and the only decent thing he did was to take his life.
Brock!
I'll never believe that. just as I know Dad never did one dishonest thing in his life. You know who really stole all that money. You.
Me?
Sure. The wheel within the wheel. The big high mucky-muck. Dad was the only honest mayor this town ever had. And the rest of you crooks had to crucify him to cover yourselves.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I'm not trying. I said it. I don't know how my mother can even look at you. Because you killed my father.
All right, that's as much as I'll take.
The only way you'll ever stop me is to murder me, too.
Timmy.
Now, leave him alone. It's time we had this out.
You killed my dad.
Timmy!
The last time you're going to try to hang that accusation on me, youngster, and get away with it.
Oh, that's great. Just what I've been looking for. An excuse to knock your head off.
Stop it, both of you. Stop it.
Not on a bet.
Time you learned to listen. Maybe this will teach you. All right, come on, get up.
Rocky, keep away from him. Don't you see he's hurt?
Oh, it'll take more than a couple of whacks to make up for all the pain he's caused me and us.
Timmy? You all right?
Oh, he's not hurt. He's only shamming.
Rock, please. I don't think so. The andiron, I think he hit his head. Oh, no. He's bleeding. It must have fallen on him.
Oh, here. Wait a minute. Let me see.
I don't want you to touch him.
Don't be silly. The boy's hurt her.
What is it, Brock? Is he bleeding badly?
He's not bleeding anymore, Marcia.
Then he's all right?
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
I don't know what I...
He's not breathing. Timmy? Rocky. He can't be.
It was an accident, Marcia. But oh, God forgive me. I think he's dead.
Cut! Beautiful. That's it. It's a wrap. I'll be right out.
Marcia, sorry I blew that cue on you.
Oh, couldn't matter less. I think today's showing beautifully.
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Say, Timmy, you were great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really had me going, huh? Timmy?
Timmy? Fun and games are over. Come on back to the really real. Timmy.
What's the matter? The kid all right?
Hey, friends, you really zinged it. Brock, Marcia, you're never better. You too, man. What's wrong with him? You all right?
Yeah, sure. I'm great, Mr. Davis. Just great. Pardon me if I just lay here and make believe.
Suit yourself, Eddie. Me, I got to make tracks. Got a commercial edition in half an hour. See you, folks.
You on tomorrow?
No, next call is Thursday.
Henny, can I skip the pre-rehearsal this afternoon?
Oh, well,
Oh, come on now. I only have one scene.
Well, I don't mind. It's just Sandy. He'll holler blue murder.
Oh, he gives me a pain. He runs so scared all the time, I'm afraid he'll blow the job.
Uneasy lies ahead that wears the producer's hat, huh? You, know the ratings are off?
So? Uneasy lies all our heads.
Oh, you should worry, Angel. Don't you know they always fire the writer first?
Not this time around. I had to go and pick on...
Watch it.
What?
The kid. Hey, Eddie, you okay?
No. And don't call me Eddie.
Well, why not? It's your name.
My name is Timmy. I don't want to change it.
Oh, what's in the name? Like the bard said, huh? You know how it is around the squirrel cage anyways. Half the time I can't remember which are real names and which are the made-up ones.
My name is Timmy around here. I'm not going to change it. What's my next call, Mr. Davis?
You sound funny, dear.
What do you mean, funny, Mother?
Well, I mean, you didn't knock yourself out for real when you fell, did you?
I guess that's what I'm trying to find out. What's my next call, Mr. Davis?
I guess next week's call sheets aren't posted yet.
They're kind of late, aren't they?
Well, there's been a lot of rewriting going on. Well, I mean, the scripts are late, and...
Why are they rewriting?
Well, you know how it is. The rating's down, the panic button's been hit, plot changes and
What?
all that.
Plot changes, sir.
Don't call me sir. You make me feel like I'm over the hill.
Well, I'm afraid that I'm the one who's over the... Am I? Is that what it is?
Have you seen Sandy?
Sure. I've seen Mr. Struck.
And didn't he say anything?
Anything about what?
You mean the kid didn't know?
Doesn't know what, Mother?
Oh, don't call me that. You know my name.
The only name I ever knew you as is Mother. Please, tell me. Tell me I'm not dead. I'm not really dead.
Well, that's the way it is. I'm sure it's a rough deal, but what are you going to do? That's show business.
But I can't be dead. I won't be dead. My contract has 8 weeks to run.
Wow, that's the beauty part. You see, you got a free ride. Take the money and run.
I don't want the money. I want my part back. I don't want to be dead. I don't want to be out of the show.
Daddy, honey, listen to me.
No, I'm not going to listen to any of you. You listen to me. You can't kill me off like this. Don't you see? What? I've been on for all seasons since it began. 13 years ago. Don't you see? I grew up as Timmy Bryce. I've never been anyone else. I was 7 years old when it began. I'm not even 20 yet. I've always been Timmy. And you've always been my mother. You're how she's got to be.
No, you have your own mother. You have your own life. Eddie, this is just another job, a make-believe existence. Oh, sure, we all get caught up in it, but once we walk out of the studio, we leave it there.
I don't. I never have.
Now, that's being childish.
If I don't have here to come to, if I don't live here anymore, I don't have anywhere left to go.
Honey, nobody could blame you for being upset the crummy way this was done. But it's only a job. There'll be another one.
I don't want another job. And it isn't a job. It was my life. If I can't be Timmy Bryce anymore, I might as well be dead. I don't want to live. I don't want to live anymore. You don't understand. You just, all of you, don't understand.
Couldn't have had the decency, any of you, to let him down easy. You had to let him find out like this.
Well, Sandy put the freeze on us.
How? Why?
Well, you know, the kid is a little kooky, and he was afraid if he knew,
He what? He wouldn't give a performance? He would throw some kind of a monkey wrench into our plastic, predictable, phony little world? Then suddenly he might just do something plain real in the middle of all the planned hysteria.
Well, maybe that's the way Sandy figured. It's his neck on the block now. Oh, come on, Marcia. Let's sling a tourniquet on the bleeding heart bit. He got let down easy. In 8 weeks, while he sits back getting paid, he'll latch on to another soap.
Maybe. If he holds out long enough.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He's an oddball. And this hit him awfully hard. I just hope he...
Hope he what?
I'm almost afraid to say it. It's as if Timmy... Oh, it's funny. It is hard to think of him as anything but that. As if Timmy's real life were here in the studio, and the other was just a dream. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's why none of us had the guts to face him with the truth. Marcia, what's wrong?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Scared? Well, I don't understand.
Scared of the way it came out. The way it hit him. Well, you don't think Timmy would do anything foolish, do you?
Like what?
Well, we all, one way or another, made him dead in this world. You don't think he'd go ahead in the outside one and make it for real?
Actors are highly emotional people. They'd have to be to simulate all the characters they are asked to represent. But how real can any particular character become? How closely can the actor identify himself with that character? Could an actor die or want to die once that character ceased to be? I shall return shortly with Act 2. A week has passed in both the worlds we are following in this story. In the real world of our actors, it has been relatively uneventful. In the realm of the soap opera, for all seasons, it has been about the same. Time moves in slow motion in that world, and Timmy Bryce has yet to be declared medically dead. The audience must believe, for dramatic suspense, that some thread of life still remains, as ardently Eddie Smith fights to keep his alter ego alive.
Don't you see, Mr. Struck? It isn't too late.
Look, kid, do me a favor. Will you quit bugging me? Come on, it's a week already. The decision is made and you're dead.
Please, give me a chance. I don't have to die.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead, finished. And the script we're taping tomorrow. And the funeral is next Monday.
See? It isn't too late. Mr. Struck, I've been talking to everybody, and they all think it's a mistake to kill off someone who's been with this show from the beginning.
Come on. What's the sense going over and over it? The axe fell.
I know it doesn't mean anything to you. This isn't even your show.
What do you mean it isn't my show?
You've been producer less than a year. Some of us have been here over 12.
Why don't you just grow up and accept the fact you don't live here anymore?
It's the only place I ever have lived.
Come off it. You know better than that. It's just another job. Nobody's indispensable. And listen, kid, listen good. To hike that rating, I'd cut my mother's throat.
What do you mean? Nobody's indispensable.
What I said. Even the old lady herself.
The old lady?
Betty Lang.
You mean my mother? Marcia Bryce?
All right, if you want to stick to stage names. She's just another actress to me and an aging one at that.
You take that back.
What?
What you said about my mother.
Crying out loud. Let go of me, kid. What are you trying to do? Kill me.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Look, you better go find yourself a good shrink. While the money's still coming in, you better try to get your head screwed on tight.
I don't mean to bother you. I don't mean to bother anyone.
Well, you do bother me. And I want you out of my hair. I don't want you around here anymore.
I can't come to the studio anymore?
From now on, I'm giving orders. This is a closed set.
You can't keep me away from here.
Can I? You try showing up here again, I'll have you thrown out in your ear.
You better not try it.
Why?
You try to keep me away from where I belong, and...
And what?
I'll kill you.
What? You crazy little nut. I think you mean that.
Hello, Timmy. Sandy?
No.
What's the trouble?
Oh, just this oddball coming around making waves. I want you and all the rest of the cast to know this set is closed to him for good. Right now, I'm going for security to get him off it.
Oh, now simmer down, Sandy. Let me handle Timmy. You've got other problems.
Yeah? What?
Well, how to keep this show on the air, for one. Come on, Eddie. Timmy, let's go back to my dressing room,
I know I'm acting like a first-class lunkhead, but I can't help myself.
Of course you can. The thing to do for you is to get another job.
I don't want another job. It won't be that easy anyway.
Oh, why not? You're a good actor, Eddie Smith.
Nobody thinks of me as him anymore. Not even me. I'm Timmy Bryce. And that's all I want to be. I just want to be Timmy. And you to be my mother.
Even if I marry Brock Stevens?
If I was around, I'd never let you make that mistake.
Well, now that would be up to the writer, wouldn't it?
The writer?
Well, he is the one who dreams up the plot, isn't he?
Yeah. No. I mean, sort of. But only out of the characters. I mean, us. What we're like and all. He just can't have us do anything. I mean, anything he feels like, or the producer. You know that.
Do I?
Well, sure you do. The people, the audience, they won't let him. There are things we can do and things we can't. Otherwise, we're not real.
We're not real anyway.
Oh, yes, we are. To millions and millions of people every day, and to ourselves. Some of us. Like, you take me. This is more real to me. You're more real to me than anything else in my life.
Timmy.
You see, you even think of me as Timmy. The way I think of you as the only mother I've got.
Oh, now, come on. This is sick. Phony romantics, Eddie.
So you'd throw me out, too, huh?
I'm not throwing you out. You've got one mother. That's enough.
Her? She walked out on Dad and me for another man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd forgotten what happened. But surely that wasn't a rejection of you.
Any rejection is on my side. The character she married doesn't want any part of me, or me of him. It doesn't matter. That other world, outside, I don't have anyone anymore. I don't belong there.
What about your father?
Didn't you know? He's dead.
No, I didn't know that. What?
We were lucky to keep it out of the papers. One advantage, I guess, is having a name like Smith. You can sink without leaving a ripple.
He died?
He figured he hadn't anything left to live for when he lost her. Sort of like me. He killed himself. Just like I'm going to do.
Oh, no, don't talk like that. You wouldn't do anything like that.
Oh, wouldn't I? Why not? I'm dead already, thanks to Mr. Sandy Struck. If it wasn't for him, You know something, Mother? He's the one who ought to be dead.
Timmy! Eddie,
What's the trouble, baby?
It's just that crazy kid, Timmy. Henley, see if you can stop him. Oh, never mind. He's gone.
Eddie Smith again?
Yep.
Something's going to have to be done about him. I really think Sandy's right. He's flipped his lid.
Well, if he has, Sandy's to blame. And the rest of you, too. Oh, come on in. Close the door. I want to talk to you.
Will do. I got a few bones to chew over with you.
The way it was done is what knocked Eddie off the rails. That was a mistake. He could have been forewarned. Sandy could have had the decency to tell him straight out, the best way, when the decision was first taken.
Maybe.
No maybes about it.
I still say maybe. No way this kid was ever going to accept getting bumped off this show.
All right, then let's face it. That was the big mistake.
Now you pegged it. It's why I came by to see you. Here, have a look at these.
What?
The broadcast where Timmy met his death was aired day before yesterday. And this is the phone count and the early mail reaction.
Oh, murder. Why didn't you let me know? What? I didn't think we had this many viewers.
Yeah, we got them. And they're angry. And they don't want any part of this plot.
All the letters and all the phone calls? Against it?
Why else were they writing or calling?
Oh, I don't know why I ever went along with it. Sandy sold me a bill of goods that a murder trial was just what we needed to hike the ratings.
Oh, that know-nothing. How we ever got stuck with him.
He knifed his way in. The only way he's ever been able to get a job. I'll never know how he undercut Dorian. She was the best producer we ever had.
Till the share of the audience slumped.
Well, Sandy's great plot line isn't going to save our necks. Not with this audience reaction.
Now, this is only the beginning. Wait till they have to stomach you being married to the guy who killed off your son.
Isn't this our chance to get Timmy back? I mean, it's not too late. We're not committed on the air yet.
Well, he's still in a coma, but
on any of the shows in the can, so far, he still isn't dead,
No. Oh, come on. Emmett is at least 3 weeks ahead on scripts. What do you want him to do, throw all those out?
Well, it's better than losing the show, going off the air.
How would you like to do 3 weeks of acting and then be told you have to do it all over again without getting paid?
Oh, come on, Henley. For all seasons is in the big leagues. Now, money could be found to pay for mistakes. This happened before. You do think it's all a mistake, don't you?
Sure.
Well,
but I have to admit at the same time, I'm old and battle-scarred. I'd rather roll with the punches than take a chance of ducking into one.
You won't back me up? I try to go upstairs over Sandy's head?
The older I get, the less adventurous I get.
This whole problem of Eddie Smith and whether Timmy Bryce, my son on the show, is going to be alive or dead has got to be solved the right way. Or we're going to have a hell of a lot more of a disaster than just another soap opera disappearing from the tube.
Marcia, I've never seen you so geared up. What are you talking about?
That boy who just charged out of here, he's an explosion looking for a location, an accident to happen. I honestly think that if we don't get him back on this show, not only is the show going to be dead, but Eddie Smith is, or else Sandy struck.
Sandy?
That boy is desperate enough to kill either himself or the man he thinks drove him to the edge.
Now, look, Betty...
No, now, listen, you look, Henley. You've been our director for quite a few years, but I've been with Eddie Smith playing my son Timmy for 13 years, and I know him as well as, or perhaps better than my own real-life sons. And I'm frightened because he's out of contact. There's no telling what that boy might do.
Where is he? Where is that stupid little jerk?
Now, Sandy, take it easy.
Easy. You know he just tried to kill me?
Who?
Eddie Smith. Who else?
Oh, no. Close the door, Henley.
Yeah, sure thing.
How, Sandy? How? How did he try to kill you?
Oh, I was standing near the number 2 camera. Lucky he had to crab sideways suddenly to get a 1-over-1 shot, and I followed with him. Because a split second later, one of the big scoops hit the floor right where I'd been standing.
You mean a floodlight broke loose? How?
There's only one way, Henny. Somebody had to unbolt it off the pipe and kick it loose.
And you think it was Eddie?
I know it was.
You saw him?
Oh, it could have been an accident. How can you be so sure it was Eddie?
I'm sure, all right. Come on. Are you hiding him in here?
No. He left here 10 or 15 minutes ago.
Give the kid a break, Sandy. At least until you have some proof.
I got all the proof I need.
What?
When I booted him off the set for good, he told me he was going to kill me. Okay. One chance is enough. I'm turning this over to the police. Because I sure ain't about to give him another chance.
Was it accident or design? Could you believe that Eddie Smith, alias Timmy Bryce, is actually unbalanced enough to carry out his threat against the producer who ended one of his lives, the make-believe life that seems more important than his actual one? Well, we shall find out, along with some other chilling surprises, the real truth when I return shortly with Act 3. Now we return once again to our tale of 2 worlds and the special breed of people who live in both of them. A group of people who are about to have a further shock as one of them, cast out from the imaginary world, suddenly appears from still another world to haunt the consciences of Marcia, the leading lady, Henley, the director, and particularly Sandy Struck, the producer. A fantasy homicide has been committed. Is a real-life one about to take place? Certainly Sandy Struck intends to make sure that he isn't the victim of one.
Well, you can see for yourself, Detective Matthews, where the light hit the floor.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't prove that this kid, Eddie Smith, was responsible for the light falling, Mr. Struck.
Yeah, I already told you, and a couple of the stagehands have confirmed it, that he threatened to kill me.
That's another matter.
What do you mean?
If you want to come down to the precinct house and make a formal charge against the boy for that, we can arrest him.
And lock him up?
No. It's a misdemeanor. Worst you could get is a fine. Well, more likely a warning from the judge.
Wait a minute. You mean I'm not going to get any police protection?
Look, mister, we do the best we can. A kid got excited and made a threat. If all the threats people made got took serious, we'd need more cops in the Russian army. Why not give us a break and ride it off?
No, sir. I want my rights.
Okay. Anytime it suits you, come down to the precinct house, like I said, and swear out the complaint. You want to go right now? I'll give you a ride.
No, I can't. Good Lord, man, I got a show to get on the air.
Oh, yeah. That's show business, huh? All right, so it wasn't funny. I'm on today, 8 to 4. Tomorrow...
Never mind tomorrow. Okay, today. Be there by 3.
Like I say, you want to make a charge, I'll follow through.
Don't worry. For once, maybe I'll get something for the taxes I pay.
You're not going to go through with this, Sandy.
You're damn right. Look, Marsh, it's my neck. I'm going to make sure nobody cuts it off.
Well, if you hadn't been in such a hurry to drop the axe on Timmy, you wouldn't have to worry.
See, even you think he's out to get me.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. It's still what you think. Come on, let's get this turkey on tape.
You don't ask much, Marcia.
I know what I'm asking, Emmett. It's a terrible thing to do to a writer.
25 to 30 scripts down the drain? Oh, damn it, Marcia. Timmy is dead to all intents and purposes. He's a vegetable that only modern science is keeping alive. How do I revive him?
You'll think of a way.
Right at the moment, I can't think of one to save my soul.
Well, if you don't, Emmett, there'll be no way to save the show. Now, the fans have been screaming by phone and by letter, some even in person. And the new ratings back them up. If Timmy dies, so does For All Seasons.
You don't know that.
Oh, yes, I do.
You think we can really turn it around?
Well, it's been done before.
It would be nice to save our necks.
Yeah, and I'm not thinking only of us or the show, Emmett. I'm thinking of Timmy. I mean, Eddie. He got such a raw deal. It tore my heart out the way it hit him. He doesn't have much life, I guess, outside the studio.
How come? He's a nice youngster.
Yeah, he's also a child actor. Unless he's got a mother and father to root him solidly into real life, a child like that's in real trouble.
Child? He's 20.
Yeah, young 20. Trying to hold on to the past just as hard as his future through the show. Emmett, can we swing it?
Well, you'll have to give me a couple of days to think about it.
Please don't wait too long. It's a matter of...
Oh, spare me that old clinker. Life and death.
Well, in this case, more ways than one.
All I can think of, Brock, is the position my son is in. Lying in a coma in the hospital, holding on to life only because of modern science and all the machines that maintain it for him. And if he should die...
If he
You sent for me, Sandy?
Yeah, Henry, you sure did. What are you trying to pull off?
Pull off?
You heard me. Look, I'm just sitting here monitoring today's show, the one I had to miss. And wait a minute, hold it.
My son died.
Tape room, this is Sandy Struck. Roll back to the beginning of Act 3 and start again.
What's the trouble?
The trouble is I smell a large double O. First off, how come Timmy is still alive in the script when he's supposed to be dead?
Now, Sandy, we have a good thing going here, so we're just milking it.
Sure, behind my back, because of that little nut. Well, no way. I know you're all out to knife me. I mean, for real. You'd probably like to see that psychopathic little crybaby get back at me. Well, you overreach yourself, because I got the real proof there's a plot against me, and it's right here on tape. You must have been cracked to think you get away with it.
Get away with what?
I don't have to tell you. I'll show you. Okay, tape center. Roll that tape for all seasons again.
All I can think of, Brock, is the position my son is in.
Now watch this, Henley.
Lying in a
And don't tell me a director like you couldn't spot it.
Watch.
Just watch.
And all the machines that maintain it for him.
What?
There you are, right there. When you cut to Marcia and Brock on camera 3, the window behind, you see who's peering in?
No, I don't see what you mean. There's nobody.
What do you mean?
I could be held for manslaughter.
Wait a minute.
Even homicide.
He was there. I mean, Timmy was there looking in. He...
One way or another.
Oh, wait. Wait a minute till the next cut.
Does anything else matter?
I still don't see anything.
But he was there. He was looking in. He was white and begging, and the tears running down his face, and he was asking him to come back, and he... Hey, tape center, rewind and roll that tape again. No, you can't broadcast it like that, Henley. Not with that boy on it. Why was he let onto the set? You realize he was looking for me. He was looking to kill me.
Sandy, come on. There was no one there. Eddie Smith wasn't on that tape.
But I saw him.
My dear man, I don't know what you're smoking these days or what you're on, but there were only 2 actors in that scene, Marcia and Brock.
I saw him, I tell you. I saw him. I ran it, and I saw him looking in that window, accusing me and threatening me if I didn't give him back his part.
Sandy, you were hallucinating. There was no one there.
I tell you, there was. Oh, wait a minute. Control room 4.
Mr. Strzok?
Yes, who wants to talk to?
This is Detective Matthews, 37th Precinct.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is Mr. Strzok.
I just thought maybe you'd like to know the kid Smith, the one you swore out the complaint against.
Yeah?
We just come up against a cross-reference in the files from out of state. Seems he's a missing person.
Missing? What does that mean?
The day after you swore out the complaint, the Illinois State Police fished his motorbike out of Lake Secaucus. Took this long to trace out whose it was through the bike serial number. Main point is, it looks as if your boy wanted to kill anyone. It must have been himself.
What? You mean to say he couldn't have been back in our studios like during the last day or so?
That's right.
Then he's dead? You mean what I saw was a ghost?
Mr. Strzok, listen, I didn't say he was dead.
Huh? What's that?
I didn't say the kid was dead. He's been in the Secaucus hospital, unidentified since last Friday.
I don't understand. Why didn't he just say who he was?
Because he's just like my wife tells me you got him on that soap opera of yours. He's in a coma.
Oh, what are his chances?
What are Timmy's chances on the show? My wife keeps asking. What can I say? I don't know. You guys who make up them stories, you're the only ones who know. As for the real-life kid, that's up to the docs. I don't know that either.
Mr. Strzok, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question, Detective Matthews. Oh, excuse me. This is Mrs. Elizabeth Lang, who plays Marcia on the show.
Oh, yeah. I recognize her from seeing her on TV.
Well, I recognize you from seeing you at the studio.
And this is our director, Mr. Davis.
Hi.
But what are you doing here?
Is Timmy... I mean, it's Eddie. Did he...
Now, take it easy, Mrs. Lang. It's good news all around.
Oh.
The kid came out of a coma all of a sudden 6 hours ago. Doctors say it's a miracle. That it's a complete reversal, and he's out of danger.
You said about 6 hours ago he came to. You wouldn't remember the exact time, would you?
Yes, I do. The doctor called me, and I left immediately.
What time?
25 minutes past 5 this evening.
And they'd given him up for dead? Up to then?
That's what the doctors told me.
Then it is a miracle.
You better believe it.
What are you two talking about?
It was exactly 25 after 5 that Ted Goldman gave the word to Henley, me, and Emmett that he'd overrule you. That Timmy was back on the show. He wasn't going to die.
I didn't
try to commit suicide, Mother. Honest, I didn't. I mean, sure, I was kind of blowing my mind, and maybe I got careless when the car coming the other way came barreling around the curve, and I swerved to avoid him, went into a skid, and that was the last thing I know, till I woke up here.
It's all right, Eddie. And you're going to be all right.
Oh, I sure am. I'm going to be back where I belong, on the show, with all of you, in my own world. Only, do me one favor, huh?
Uh-huh, if I can.
Don't call me Eddie. Call me Timmy.
Honey, on the show, it'll be Timmy. That's the world where Timmy belongs. And off camera, it's Eddie Smith, and don't you forget it. There's another world where he belongs that you're going to have to start living in from now on.
There you have it. Two worlds that some of your favorite people inhabit every day. Well, every weekday. Watch them long enough, and it's hard not to believe that they are real. If watching them makes them seem so, how about the people who play act them? No wonder it might be possible for any one of them to forget just where fantasy ends and reality begins. I'll be back shortly. It was Shakespeare who said it also. All the world's a stage, and each man in his time plays many parts. Eddie Smith's mistake was locking himself into only one. A mistake, by the way, which he no longer makes. As it happened, For All Seasons did not weather the rating war and went off the air. You see Eddie now in other shows and commercials, but his main role is as a husband, and now a new father in the world of the really real at last. Our cast included Bob Caliban, Ian Martin, Augusta Dabney, and Robert Dryden. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
Well, how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it?
Do you think this man, this Jeff Parker, is guilty?
Honey, a woman was murdered. Now, we know a man was in her apartment at the time of her death. The doorman and a resident of the building who were in the lobby gave us a description of this guy. Now, it was my job to find him. I did. That's all.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all.
I asked you if you thought he was guilty.
Well, now, that's for a jury
but
to decide.
What do you think?
Well, I think he's guilty. Ann, why do you keep pressing me on it?
Is there a chance, just a chance that he could be innocent?
Honey, this isn't my first homicide investigation, and this Parker guy isn't the first one I ever brought in. But, this is the first time that I have ever seen you so upset about it.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
You, finding life rather dull, dreaming again of exotic places, wishing you were somewhere else? We offer you Escape.
escape with us now to Istanbul, the nerve center of Balkan intrigue and violence, and the story of a man caught in the fatal web of the most cold-blooded political organization on earth, as Eric Ambler tells it in his famous tale, Journey into Fear.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir. It seemed as if a bar of white-hot metal had been suddenly pressed against my hand. And then it was numb. But I could feel the blood beginning to trickle through my fingers. There wasn't a sound. And as I crouched against the wall, I became dimly aware that the window was open and that someone was moving by it. And then my eyes, becoming used to the darkness, saw that whoever had been at the window had left by it. I reached for the light switch and found it. The hand hurt like the very devil.
Yes?
Is that you, Kopekin?
Yes, what is it? I have only this moment come in. Where are you?
I'm in my hotel room. Listen, something rather stupid has happened there. There was a burglar up here. He took pot shots at me as I came in, and one of them hit me in the hand.
Are you badly hurt?
No, but it gave me a nasty shock.
Have the police been notified?
No, not yet.
Good. Leave the matter to me. I will speak to a friend of mine about it. He is connected to the police and with great influence. As soon as I am finished, I shall come over.
Well, there's no need for that.
Excuse me, my dear fellow. There is ever a need. You must stay in your room until I arrive.
Well, I had no intention of going out. Well, if you must come over, Kopekin, please hurry. I want to get some sleep tonight.
Does it occur to you that this man was shooting to kill you and that he came here for no other purpose?
Oh, that's nonsense. The man was a thief. Why should anyone wish to kill me? I'm the most harmless man alive.
Are you? Remember I told you that I was going to telephone a friend of mine?
Yes?
We are going to see him at once.
Oh, well, I'm jolly well not. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Unfortunately, I have official instructions. A man tried to murder you tonight. Something must be done about it at once.
Murder? Are you out of your mind?
I am sorry, my dear fellow. I can understand your feelings. But this friend of mine is Colonel Haki. He's the head of the Turkish secret police.
Oh, now, look here, Kopekin. What's this all about? I thought you were my company's Turkish representative. And now you talk about secret service and all that rubbish.
Please, I cannot tell you anything more. It is to our mutual interest that we go at once to Colonel Haki. You must believe me.
All this hysteria of absolutely nothing.
My dear fellow, it is most certainly not nothing. Get your overcoat. It's cold out.
You must realize, Mr. Graham, that an attempt was made to kill you tonight.
Well, now, I don't see that at all. I mean, I disturbed a thief at his work. He fired at me and escaped.
A thief? Unfortunately, no. I have a duty to do, Mr. Graham. It is to protect you.
Protect me? From what?
You are in the employ of Vessels Cater and Bliss Limited, the English armament manufacturers.
Yes.
You are, I believe, Mr. Graham, a naval ordnance expert.
I'm an engineer. Naval ordnance happens to be my subject.
Exactly. And your firm has contracted to do some work for my government. Certain new guns and torpedoes to rearm our naval vessels.
Well, that's true.
It is also true that our government stipulated that the work should be completed before spring.
Yes?
Exactly. Due to the international situation, we must have the equipment in our dockyards by that time. Let us suppose, then, that your thief had not merely grazed a hand, but had killed you.
Well, naturally, my company would send another man out.
Which would take time, Mr. Graham?
Unless, of course, there exist sketches, drawings, and all that they need to know about our ships.
Oh. No. I mean, I was forbidden to put certain things on paper.
Ah. Then, if you were to die, it would take a great deal of time for another man to accomplish what you have already done, no? And when spring comes, our Navy's strength is still precisely what it is now. Do you know, Mr. Graham, that our enemies will do anything to see that it is so? Anything, Mr. Graham. Do you understand?
Oh.
Quite so. I have here, Mr. Graham, a photograph of a man. I am aware you did not catch a glimpse of the assassin's face, but I want you to cast your mind back over the time you have been in Turkey and tell me if you have ever seen him before.
All right. Hello. Yes.
You are sure?
Positive. Have a look, Kopeikin. He was at the cabaret you took me to tonight. I remember him at the bar.
Yes, he was there.
Excellent. Banat, Romanian. A hired murderer. We know him well. His price ranges from 50,000 francs upward. His employer is a man named Voroshin, who in turn is hired by his country to eliminate you. Unfortunately, we possess no photograph of him.
I begin to understand.
Of course you do. Now, we face the problem. You must return to England safely. But how? The train is out of the question. You wouldn't live for an hour. The aeroplane. Unfortunately, the weather here has disrupted service.
There is the Sestre Levante sailing for Athens tomorrow afternoon. It is a small boat.
And we can see that your enemies do not board her. From Athens, you can take the plane to England.
Well, I don't know, Colonel. In view of what you've told me, perhaps I should get in touch with the British embassy here.
And what do you expect them to do? Send you home in a cruiser? No, my dear Mr. Graham. This is a question of time. Leaving tomorrow afternoon will land you in Athens the day after. That is how it is to be.
Well, I seem to have no choice in the matter.
I am happy to see that you are cooperative. Return to your hotel, Mr. Graham. We shall see you safely aboard tomorrow.
The next afternoon, Kopeikin and Colonel Haki saw me aboard. As a bon voyage gift, they presented me with a bottle of Johnny Walker and a small pistol, both of which I put in my suitcase. Besides myself, there were 4 other passengers, all of whom Colonel Haki assured me were harmless. The gangway went down, I felt the ship sway gently, and the journey had begun. My companions were an odd assortment of continental travelers. There were the Matis, who occupied the cabin next to mine, a middle-aged French couple who argued incessantly. Their voices penetrated the thin wooden bulkhead with dismaying ease.
The sheets are damp?
No, it is simply that they are cold. It does not matter.
You think not. You may sleep as you wish, but do not complain to me about your kidneys.
Cold sheets do not harm the kidneys, Sherry.
We have paid for our tickets. We are entitled.
Then there was a Mr. Covetli, whom I learned at the dinner table was a dealer in tobacco. A short, heavy man with a smile fixed like that of a ventriloquist doll.
I go to England. Trade in tobacco is very good. England buys much tobacco from Turkey, you know. With American dollars so expensive and possibility of war, it is good business, Mr. Mati.
So, I arrange a good deal of transportation for tobacco companies. What company do you represent?
Passar of Istanbul.
Passar?
I must say these ravioli are exquisite.
The last passenger was a thick, round-shouldered man with a pale face and prominent blue eyes. He introduced himself over a brandy on the lounge.
My name is Haller, Dr. Fritz Haller. I am a German, West German, and I am on my way back to my country.
Oh, have you been long in Turkey?
A few weeks. I came there from Persia.
Your oil business, huh?
No, Mr. Gurney. Archaeology.
Oh, how interesting. Those were my fellow passengers. At 9 o'clock that night, the cutter came out from Kanakkale to take off the pilot, and with it came a telegram. It was from Kopeikin in Istanbul, And it read, H requests me to inform you that Banat left for Sofia on train. All well. Safe journey to England. Best wishes. I thought of the pistol in my cabin, and I laughed to myself. It was an Aegean day, intensely colored in the sun, with small pink clouds drifting in a bleached indigo sea. I lazed in my bunk. I had coffee sent in. And later, I was standing by the rail talking to the little Frenchman.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my wife has no appreciation for the lights such as these.
Oh, what a shame.
My wife, you mean? Oh, well, one cannot have everything. She is a wonderful cook.
How fortunate.
Yes. Oh, by the way, have you met our new passenger?
New passenger?
Yes, didn't you know? We stopped at the island of Lemnos during the night. He came aboard then. A Greek, I think.
I hardly heard what he said.
Not very sociable.
Because at that moment from the lounge stepped a man. Beneath the high-crowned, soft-felt hat were the pale, doughy features of a face I had seen before. A face in a photograph. A photograph that Colonel Haki had shown me. It was the man who had tried to kill me. The Romanian. Banat.
Escape, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, returns in just a moment. Even the children cheer when they know school's open in our Miss Brooks' classroom. Yes, she's here, charming, romantic, utterly madcap, and played to the hilt by Hollywood's Eve Arden. You'll love her, you'll laugh with her, again tonight on most of these same CBS stations. Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden. And now, back to Escape.
I heard Matisse' voice as though from a long way off.
Monsieur, do you not feel well?
Then I turned, and without looking at the man who had just come on deck, I went below. Somehow, Banat must have learned that I was on the Sestri Levanti. He had taken the train for Sofia, and then as soon as it had crossed the Greek border, left it. It was a simple thing to fly from there to Lemnos. I thought of the telegram. Oh, well, those idiots. And I was caught. Banat wouldn't miss twice. He was a professional murderer. I had to get help, and so I went to the purser's office. He was a precise little man who smiled when I talked to him. Look, I found out there is a man on this ship who is here for the express purpose of murdering me.
Indeed? And what is his name?
Banat. B-A-N-A-T. He's a Romanian.
Banat? One moment, sir.
And now look here, you don't suppose he'd give his real name, do you?
Banat? No. There is no one of that name or nationality aboard.
He got on during the night at Lemnos.
Oh, that is Mr. Mavrodopoulos. He's a Greek businessman.
That may be what his passport says. His real name is Banat, and he's a Romanian.
Have you proof of that?
Have I proof? Now, look. If you'll just radio Colonel Haki of the Turkish police at Istanbul, he'll confirm what I say.
As I say, sir, we do not have radio for that purpose. I suggest that you leave the matter until we reach Athens.
But can't you understand that man intends to kill me?
No, sir, I do not understand. Nobody on this ship is going to murder you. There are too many people about.
Oh.
You have had bad dreams. It is ridiculous.
I want to see the captain.
I am extremely busy, sir. If you will close the door as you leave.
I was almost sick with fear and anger as I left, and I went back to my cabin. Well, I could still go to the captain, but I could well imagine his reaction to my story. There was no proof, and these people were loath to stir up international complications. No. I was alone with my murderer somewhere on the ship with me. And then I remembered the revolver Kopeikin had given me. I'd never handled a gun before, but at least it would give me a chance. It was something. I went to my suitcase and I opened it. Well, it must be. I put it in myself just before I got on board. It had to be there. There was nothing. Someone had been in my cabin and had taken the gun.
Graham, we were all worried about you.
I told them that you had the sickness. Too much sea.
Oh, dites-toi.
Oui, ma chère.
Well, I'm sorry. I had rather a bad headache.
I hope that it is nothing serious.
No, thank you, Mr. Haller.
Have you met Mr. Mavrodopoulos?
No. I haven't had the pleasure.
This is our English friend, Mr. Graham.
How do you do?
Nice.
The soup is nauseating, Monsieur Graham. I suggest that you do not partake of it. When this
Must you keep on?
Sorry, my dear.
Tell me, Monsieur Mavrodopoulos, are you bound for Athens, or do we enjoy your company as far as Genoa?
I go to Athens. Then perhaps I continue on. Or perhaps not.
A difficult decision, eh, Mr. Mavrodopoulos?
Yes. And notice your hand, monsieur. This bandage. An accident?
Nothing serious. A bullet wound, to be exact. Some dirty little thief took a shot at me in Istanbul.
Dirty little thief, huh? You must look after yourself carefully. You must be ready to shoot back. Next time.
Oh, I shall. There's not the slightest doubt of that.
To carry a pistol, huh?
Naturally.
That is good. One must be so careful. You should be very careful.
I don't think it's necessary. That sort of scum doesn't risk his skin with an armed man. The grin that had been on the Romanian's face faded. He hadn't liked that. And then I thought of something. Banat had taken my gun. It must be somewhere in his cabin. If I could slip away for 5 minutes, there was still a chance. As soon as the luncheon ended, I excused myself and I wandered off. I could see Banat engaged in conversation with Mati, and I prayed that it would be a long one. Banat's cabin was strangely bare. A gray raincoat hung with a soft hat behind the door, and a battered suitcase was under the lower berth. But the gun was nowhere to be found. Nor was it anywhere in the cabin. I went to my quarters feeling helpless and needing a drink to steady my nerves.
I have been waiting for you, Mr. Graham.
Oh, Mr. Haller.
I rather think that you have been looking for something. A gun, possibly? Would this be it?
Well, I don't understand how you...
No, Mr. Graham. Please, don't come any closer. Sit down. I came to have a little talk with you. Sit down. You know, Mr. Graham, poor Mavrodopoulos, or should I say Banat, is quite upset as I am. You have caused us a great deal of trouble and money.
Yes, I begin to see now. I wonder if your name happens to be Voroshin and not Haller.
Oh, dear me, I had no idea that you are so well informed. Colonel Haki must have been in a very talkative mood. And did he know I was in Istanbul?
I don't think so.
I thought not. You see, in order to take care of you, I had to take a hand myself. Banat was extremely careless at your hotel. When I found yesterday morning that you were to leave on this boat, I had to move very quickly. Luckily, there was a man named Haller who had booked passage with his assistant 3 days ago. Therefore, I took over his ticket and passport. Poor unfortunate. But it would have been awkward to book passage at the last minute without attracting Colonel Haki's attention.
Yes, I imagine it would. Well, now, supposing you come to the point.
Certainly. It must be clear to you that we cannot allow you to return to England. The obvious method of ridding ourselves of your presence is to shoot you the moment you land. But that could become complicated.
It could.
The other alternative is to induce you to take a holiday for 6 weeks or more.
I see. In other words, you hold up my return to England so that my company's work would be delayed to the point of uselessness for the Turkish government.
You have a keen mind, Mr. Graham. Tonight, we reach Athens. If you like the idea, you will live to see your England again.
And if I refuse to take this holiday?
Then things will be complicated, will they not?
I think you're bluffing. Hasn't it occurred to you that I shall repeat this conversation to the captain?
It has occurred to me. As a matter of fact, the purser was telling me about your little talk with him this morning. I'm afraid that the ship's officers, including the captain, have enjoyed the joke very much. They call you the mad Englishman and laugh.
Well, Mr. Graham, which is it to be?
If I take this holiday, where will it be?
In a charming villa near Athens. You will enjoy all the comforts of home, I assure you. I shall give you an hour to think about it. Remember, we are not at war, Mr. Graham. You are not a soldier. In reality, you are doing your country no disservice. No one will ever know.
He left me alone. It was not a pleasant choice he had given me. I knew that Banat and he could keep their promise to kill me when I landed. And I was equally sure that the holiday Voroshin spoke of would be a very long one. That either way, I should never return to my wife or to England. And I sat for half an hour smoking and trying to think. And then I remembered. Matti!
Yes? Oh, Monsieur Graham.
May I speak to you for a moment?
But of course.
What is it?
Monsieur Graham, ma chère.
Would you come into my cabin?
Certainly. I shall be back in a moment, my dear.
I need your help.
I thought that you looked serious. Is it money?
No, I want you to take a message for me when we dock at Athens.
A message?
Monsieur Matti, you are the only man aboard I feel that I can trust.
I am honored.
Listen. I'm employed by a British armament manufacturer. I'm working in joint service with the British and Turkish governments.
No.
When I get off the ship tonight, an attempt will be made to kill me.
This is true?
Yes, I'm afraid it is. What I want you to do is to go to the Turkish consulate in Athens and give him a message for me. Will you do that?
I will do it.
You realize the message is highly confidential.
I will say nothing.
Thank you. All right, then, this is it. Inform Colonel Haki, Istanbul, that Graham is forced to accompany Soviet agents Voroshin and Banat, traveling with passports of Halle and Mavropolis.
Is it possible?
Unfortunately, it is.
Well, go on.
In the event of my death, please inform the British consul that these men are responsible.
Mon Dieu. So that is why you looked sick when I spoke of Mavropolis this morning. Alors, why do we not together shoot down the filthy swine? I have my revolver.
You have a gun? Here?
But yes, when one travels...
Well, then there is something else you can do for me.
Huh?
Let me buy your revolver.
I will not sell it to you. I give it to you. Here.
Oh, thank you.
But let me help you.
No. This is splendid. Oh, I am grateful, Monsieur Matti. And you will take the message?
It is understood. Have no fear.
Half an hour later, I told Voroshin that I would agree to his plan. I'm sure that he didn't believe me, but nor did he know that I was armed. It was a forlorn hope. But if I was going to die, I would have the satisfaction of knowing that others would die with me. At 8 o'clock, the Sestre Levanti was approaching her berth. I had agreed to pass through customs and to meet Voroshin on the street. As I stood at the rail watching the quay drawing closer, I saw Banat standing to one side, hand in pocket and a fat smile on his face. He knew that he was going to earn his fee tonight. Voroshin stepped off the ship first, turned, waved cheerily to me. Banat followed him, and they both disappeared into the customs shed. I walked slowly down the gangway, and Mr. Kouvetli came pushing after me.
Mr. Graham, please.
Yes, what is it?
Colonel Haki would be very angry with me if I allowed you out of my sight. Haki. I wanted to tell you before on deck, but Banat was watching. I did not dare to say anything earlier. Your face gives away too much, Mr. Graham.
You, Kouvetli, you're a Turkish agent? One of Haki's men?
Yes. I nearly gave the game away when I spoke of my non-existent tobacco firm. I thought you would know when the Frenchman questioned me. Colonel Haki wanted to be sure that you caught your plane safely. That is why I was aboard.
But what can we do?
Together we go through customs, and then we shall see.
Customs inspection, as ever on the continent, was slow. Although I found myself wishing that it would never end. But it did. And if Kouvetli had a plan, he evidently didn't feel it worth mentioning. He smiled at everyone. The plump little businessman who, to all appearances, would deal in ladies' finery rather than international intrigue. And we found ourselves, suitcases in hand, walking toward the street.
So that is over. I find these inspections so tedious.
Now, look here, Quebetley. I'm extremely grateful for your presence, but what are we going to do? Voroshin and Banat are waiting out there with a car. They're waiting for me.
I know. It has all been arranged.
What, you mean that we walk through those doors and do nothing?
Absolutely nothing. You'll see.
Well, I hope you have a gun.
I have.
Good. So have I.
Oh?
Yes, thanks to the Frenchman. There they are. Do we run for it?
Go on walking, Mr. Graham. Keep your hand away from your pocket. That's it.
Are you mad? They'll kill us.
You, Mr. Graham, not me. Go on. Under my overcoat is a gun. Please do not make trouble. Go on.
Oh, what a blithering idiot. You're one of them, too.
We're ready, Voroshin.
You've taken long enough. Hurry up.
Got a gun, Voroshin. Left-hand pocket.
Get in, Mr. Graham.
Look out!
I remember a perfect fusillade of shots, and then something cracked me on the skull, and I was falling. It was all very dark and comfortable.
Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham.
He is all right. Mr. Graham, this Kopekin and Colonel Hake, you are safe.
Oh, good show.
You've been unconscious.
Really?
You are at the airport now. You see, we found the bodies of two men in Ankara. They were archaeologists, Halar and his assistant. I realized that Voroshin and one of his men must have boarded the ship using their passports.
Yes, I found that out.
We flew a government plane here, Kopekin and I, to wait for you. The Greek authorities were kind enough to assist.
Yes, very, very kind.
Not at all.
And now, my dear fellow, the plane is waiting to take you to England. We'll see you safely aboard.
Yes. I say, what about Banat and Voroshin and Quebetley?
Oh, yes. It was rather unfortunate. After you fell, they tried to get away in the car. Someone hit a tire. There was a smash-up. The petrol tank exploded. A tragedy.
Oh, yes. Well, it's very decent of you.
My dear fellow, it has been a pleasure. Come along. We will help you to your plane. I am sure you're anxious to get home to England and your wife. Come along.
Under the direction of Norman Macdonald, Escape has brought you Journey into Fear by Eric Embler, especially adapted for Escape by Anthony Ellis. Ben Wright was starred as Graham. Featured in the cast were Wilms Herbert, Edgar Barrier, Rolf Sedan, Ann Morrison, Jack Crucian, Lou Krugman, and Shimon Ruskin. The special music for Escape was composed and conducted by Ivan Ditmars.
Next week, escape with us to Malaya and the reeking, stricken city of Lahore, where a young doctor and a beautiful girl are faced with the horrors of plague and the bloody holocaust of a native revolt, as Charles Israel tells it in Funeral Fires.
Stay tuned now for Make Believe Town, which follows immediately on many of these same CBS stations. Roy Rowan speaking for CBS, where you spend an hour with Frank Sinatra every Sunday afternoon on the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. I'm sure you know by now that the door you have just entered leads to a strange world, a land of forbidden fancies, peopled by giants and pygmies, kings and cobblers, saints and sinners. Happy children play in its streets, while just behind lurk iniquitous monsters. Unspeakable crimes are committed here, and acts of breathtaking valor. You are the sovereign in this place. It is the realm of your own imagination. Our story this time searches one of its deep recesses, the hidden place of fear.
Our mystery drama, Death Will Not Silence Me, was especially written for the Mystery Theater by Arnold Moss. It stars Marion Seldes and John Beale. I'll be back in a moment with Act One. In ancient times, disease was often attributed to the supernatural, the spiritual, or at times it was thought to be the result of what was called humors. In more recent years, we have learned that some ailments may arise from hereditary abnormalities, disorders passed on from one generation to the next. The year is 1839, in the heart of the bluegrass region of Kentucky. The city of Lexington, a young lady from one of the city's leading families, 21 years old, watches terrified as the rain beats in savage fury against the glass of the window pane.
Stop, rain. Stop, thunder. Stop. Drum in on the window. Stop or you'll drive me mad. Why is it every time there's a storm I become so desperately ill? Why do I even shake? Right now my head is throbbing with a killing pain. The entire left side of my face feels paralyzed. My left eye is blinded with suffering. And worst of all, I feel so alone. So desperately alone. I was less than 7 years old the first time it happened. I have sad news for you, little sister Mary. We have a new baby brother, but our beloved mother is dead. This was my first experience with the mystery of death, of being abandoned by someone I loved completely, by someone who loved me in return. There was a driving rainstorm just like today. And as I listened to the pounding of the rain, a terrible sickness overcame me, and I had the feeling, even then, at 7, that in some odd way I had been the cause of my mother's death. I am 21 years old. My older sister, Elizabeth, has invited me to spend some time with her and her husband in a home in Illinois, Springfield, Illinois. And a ball she's arranged in my honor. Thank you, Mr. Trumbull. Thank you so much. That was delightful. It was a perfectly lovely dance, so lively. I feel as if I'll never be able to catch my breath ever again. Oh, you are enjoying yourself, Mary. Yes. I am convinced that Springfield is the most interesting collection of people I've ever met in my life. There's such fun. Oh, and some of the most desirable and eligible young bachelors. I know. Oh, you have no idea what a relief it is to be out of our house in Lexington, even if it's only for a brief visit. That house is just bursting with noisy children, busy servants, inquisitive visitors, and relatives. And, alas, very few unmarried young men. Men of promise and good reputation, that is. Not too many, I feel, Elizabeth. Not too many. Pity. The only career that's open to me is matrimony. And now what is wrong with that? Oh, nothing. So here I am, at 21, a confirmed spinster. And speaking of exceptional young men, I think you're going to be asked for this waltz by that gentleman coming over to us. Which one? The tall, gaunt-looking one, the one with the deep-set eyes. He's tall, isn't he? Who is he? Oh, he's an up-and-coming young country lawyer. A little rough round the edges, maybe, but, here he comes.
Miss Todd, I'd be pleased, ma'am, if you'd honor me with this waltz.
I'd be delighted. Excuse us, Elizabeth.
I've been wanting to dance with you all evening, Miss Todd, in the worst possible way.
Well, thank you.
Let's see now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You enjoying Springfield, Miss Todd?
Oh, yes, indeed. I understand you practice law.
I was licensed just 3 years ago. I had a choice of learning to be a blacksmith or a lawyer. I chose the law. The risks and challenges not as great as blacksmithing.
And before that... Oh.
I beg your pardon, Miss Todd. I'm afraid I stepped right on your foot. Forgive me.
No, nothing. It's nothing.
Before that, not much, I'm afraid. I spent some time earning a modest livelihood splitting rails, clearing land, farming, operating a general store, and then the Black Hawk War. Term in the Illinois State Legislature, and that about sums up the story of my life. Not very colorful, not very eventful. There I go again. I'm so sorry. I'm not a very good dancer, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're doing quite well. I must say that in every respect, your background, the way you look, the way you speak, your manners, and as far as I can judge your mentality, you're quite unique. You are totally unlike any man I've ever met before in my entire life.
I'm very sorry, Miss Todd.
Sorry? Don't be absurd. I love it. You intrigue me thoroughly.
As you do me. May I escort you back to your seat, Miss Todd?
Thank you.
I appreciate your tolerating my conversation. And above all, what I call my dancing.
Well, you did say you wanted to dance with me in the worst possible way.
And I can only add that that's what I certainly did.
Well, you have made a rather profound impression on me, sir.
And on your dancing slippers, too, I fear.
My feet are fine. It's my neck. It's a bit stiff.
Your neck?
From looking up at you as we dance.
Oh.
I'm all of 5 feet 2 inches, whereas you, sir, are...
6'4".
Well, you see what I mean. Oh, that's odd. I don't even know your name.
It's Lincoln, ma'am. Abraham Lincoln.
I know from the instant I set eyes on him that Mr. Lincoln is the man I am destined to marry. After a courtship with many ups and downs, in 1842, in the spacious home of my sister Elizabeth, Abraham Lincoln and I repeat our marriage vows and become man and wife. There is no wedding trip for the Lincolns. Not being able to afford a home of our own, we have decided to go to the Globe Tavern, rather noisy, crowded, but inexpensive hotel boarding house near the edge of town. No, not a thunderstorm. Not tonight. Oh, please, God, not tonight.
Gosh, no, there's nothing to be frightened of.
It does, bad things to me. You know how my head splits with pain, horrible pain. The rain, the lightning and thunder, they always do that to me.
What can I do to help? I'll do anything you'd like me to.
Oh, I know. You are a dear man. Your heart is as big as your arms are long and comforting. No, I'll be all right. Mr. Lincoln. Just keep on driving. Somehow I knew in my bones that despite everything, our marriage had in some weird way started badly. With the storm that was about to break, there came the usual sinister omen, an eerie presentiment of impending death and disaster. It's the following year, 1843, still the Globe Tavern. As I lay in bed, come in, please.
Mother, how do you feel?
Little weak, Mr. Lincoln.
You look so very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Is everything all right?
Everything is just fine and dandy.
Oh.
We have a healthy little son with a most powerful set of lungs. And how blessed I am at a time like this to be here beside you, and not away on the legal circuit.
What shall our son's name be, Mr. Lincoln?
The choice, my dear, is yours.
Then, if you don't mind, may we name our firstborn after my father, Robert Todd?
Robert Todd Lincoln. A good name, Mother.
I think so. Father. A few months later, we now have a house of our own. A modest one, but ours. And as I lie here suckling my firstborn, Robert Todd Lincoln, I am sick with the thought that I may be bequeathing my unspoken terror, my silent anxieties to this innocent firstborn son of mine. Why should God choose me to be the vessel of so many fearless doubts? Why? In the spring of 1846, a second son is born to us, Edward Baker Lincoln. Dear darling little Eddie. Then, in the fall, Mr. Lincoln is elected to Congress. I begin to bask in the reflected light of my husband's rising star. But do what I may, I cannot avoid the shadow of the thin-edged sword that with each storm dangles more perilously above my head. On a February morning in 1850, it finally falls.
How peacefully he sleeps, our little Eddie. I pray he will recover.
The doctor is concerned, you know.
Doctors don't know everything.
Please hand me that cold compress, Mr. Lincoln, for his forehead.
Here.
This will help bring down your fever, Eddie. It'll... No. No!
What is it, Mary?
He stopped breathing. Our little boy is gone. He's dead. The diphtheria has killed him. My baby was only 4 years old. And he's dead. There's something about me that breeds death. My mother was the first to go. Now it's Eddie.
Dear wife, oh, you must put these strange ideas out of your head. It was the will of God that little Eddie should leave us. You had nothing to do with it.
I did.
How?
I don't know. If anything should happen to you, Mr. Lincoln, or to our son Robert, I think I go out of my mind. I really mean out of my mind with grief.
Now, nothing will happen to Robert, dear wife. And certainly nothing will happen to me. That I can promise you.
Her persistent ill health, both mental and physical, continued to eat away at Mary Lincoln. With each new day, she becomes progressively inconsolable, more alone, more frightened than ever. And in her depression, she insists that she carries the germs of calamity in her bloodstream. In the light of what we know now of history, where then can what she called this fiery furnace of affliction lead? I shall return shortly with Act Two. The next 10 years in the life of Mary Todd Lincoln, from 1850 to 1860, were marked by her husband's phenomenally successful march from relative obscurity to the highest office in the land. But it was a land that was coming apart at the seams, a union that was slowly disintegrating, whose future was bleak under the ominous clouds of war. And through it all, Mary Todd Lincoln was persistently haunted by the specter of a destroying angel within herself, an angel that she saw as a messenger of disaster and of death.
That same year, 1850, that our darling Eddie died, the good Lord blesses us with another son, little Willie. His sunny presence does much to soften the heartache of Eddie's death. Father, were it not for the fact that Willie often gets up during the night and toddles in here to our bedroom, stands right there at the foot of our bed to comfort me. If it were not for that, I would still be drowned in the tears I shed over Eddie.
You must stop grieving over Eddie, Mother. Eddie's gone. But you have two other sons. Young Robert, who one of these days will be preparing to enter college.
Well, of course.
And dear little Willie.
Willie. Yes. He stands there at the foot of the bed with that sweet, adorable smile of his. And did you know that he does not always come alone?
Not alone?
That's right. Eddie sometimes comes in with him. In 1853, our fourth son is born, Thomas. Tad. Mr. Lincoln gives him that nickname.
I call him Tad because he's as squirmy as a tiny little tadpole.
And then on November 6th, 1860...
Mother?
Yes, Mr. Lincoln?
I've just had word from the telegraph office. We won New York.
Oh, my darling, at last.
This means a total Republican victory.
Oh, just think. 20 years ago, I fell in love with a struggling young country lawyer. And
Today, you're not only my first and only lady, you're also the first lady of the land.
A few months later, on the rain-swept morning, Mr. Lincoln and I on the threshold of a new life. In Springfield, Illinois, the one-time prairie lawyer stands on the back platform of the train that will take us on a slow 12-day journey to our new life in Washington.
Here in Springfield, I have lived a quarter of a century. And here I have passed from a young to an old man. Here my children have been born. And here one is buried. I now leave, not knowing when or whether ever I may return. You all right, Mother?
I'll be fine. May we go inside the car?
Of course. What is it, Mother?
I keep thinking of some of the things that have been coming to you in the mail, and they terrify me.
I'll pay no attention to them. I don't. You know they're just sent by cranks.
They're threats on your life. Ghastly little effigies of you stuck through with pins. Dark hints that you'll never live long enough to be inaugurated.
Well, it's all so much nonsense. The train will be starting any minute. Mr. Pinkerton tells me they're taking you off the train for security reasons, that you'll join us again tomorrow.
I'm afraid. They hate me as much as they hate you. The Southerners hate me because they think I'm a traitor to the cause of the South. And because I was born in the South, the rest of the country thinks my sympathies are with the South. One letter even called me a spy.
You must pay no attention to such. Once we get to Washington and take our place in the White House.
I beg your pardon, Mr. President. Forgive me for breaking in like this.
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm Alan Pinkerton, in charge of your personal safety and Mrs. Lincoln on this trip to Washington.
I know. What is it, Mr. Pinkerton? What seems to be wrong?
Well, we've just had word that a band of Confederate plug uglies is planning to blow up the bridges and all the rail connections just this side of Baltimore. And they mean to halt the train and take you and Mrs. Lincoln captive after she's rejoined.
I don't believe they would dare.
Believe it, Mrs. Lincoln, they would. We've checked everything out thoroughly.
What, sir, do you suggest we do?
As we approach within, say, 20 miles of Baltimore, you must both board another train. An unmarked regular passenger train at night, of course.
I see.
You will both then travel on to Washington, accompanied only by me and one of my most trusted associates. We will be your only companions and bodyguards.
I suppose I must agree, Mr. Pinkerton, reluctantly, but it must, I suppose, be done.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
You see, Father, it has already begun. Where? Oh, where will it all end? It is February 1862. The war, now 10 months old, is going badly for the North. As the Union begins to split apart, the atmosphere each day grows thicker with hatred, rumor, and divided loyalties. especially as they affect the Lincoln family. Although Willie had come down some days before with a slight fever, we do not cancel the White House reception scheduled so long in advance. While my older sister, Elizabeth, sits with him upstairs in his bedroom, I am dancing at the ball with my oldest son, Robert Todd Lincoln.
Mother, I must tell you, you're the very best dancer on the floor. I can hardly keep up with you.
Oh, such flattery, Robert. And at only 19.
It's true. Look at the other women, even those younger than you, panting and heaving for breath.
I am so proud of you, son. Just think, my Robert, a student at Harvard College, tall, handsome, and surprisingly mature.
Well, my height comes from my father. My good looks, if indeed there are any, from you, dear mother.
Well, You know, Robert, with my whole family around me, I think I'm experiencing the first real happiness I have known in months. You headed soon for law school. Willie, wonderful 12 years old. Little Tad, a delicious 9. And Eddie, you know, would have been 16 had he lived.
Mother.
In spite of the almost unbearable burdens of the war, I do manage to see your father occasionally. The father is a great man, Robert.
I know that, Mother. And speaking of my father, here he comes.
Have I your permission, sir, to dance a waltz with this attractive young lady?
My pleasure, sir. May I presume to caution you to handle her with the utmost gentleness?
I shall do my best. Thank you, son. There's a young girl over there who looks as though she'd very much like to dance with you.
Thank you, Father.
Mother, you look especially beautiful tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Lincoln.
And I like your gown.
Excuse me, Mr. Lincoln. Excuse me, Mary. Sister Elizabeth, what are you doing down here? What is it?
Is there anything wrong?
As soon as this dance is over, please leave the floor discreetly so as not to attract too much attention. There are too many tongues ready to wag. Follow me up to Willie's bedroom. No, not that.
Is Willie all right?
He seems to have taken a turn for the worse. His fever seems out of control. Please, God Almighty, let nothing happen to Willie. If you must take somebody's life, take mine, but not his. Not his. The sickness within me once more shows its evil, ugly head. The demon that possesses me proves its awful power once again. Willie, at the age of 12, is dead.
Listen to me, Mother. Please, listen to me. The fairest are most frequently taken from a world of trial for some wise purpose that we can't understand.
Misfortunes, they say, come in threes. First it was Eddie, now Willie. Whose father do you think will be the third? July 1863. Driving from the White House to the Soldiers' Home, the carriage in which I am traveling is in a grave accident. I suffer a serious head injury. The suffering is almost unbearable. I begin to feel that the third person destined to die in this trilogy of death after Eddie and Willie may very well be myself. But I recover. Then, in the spring of the following year, 1864, you said you wanted to see me.
So I did, Mother.
Well,
so
if it concerns the coming election,
Not directly, my
you
dear.
will be re-elected, Mr. Lincoln. There's no doubt about it. And then you must learn to take things a little easier. You look so worn out, I sometimes fear you won't get on for the next 4 years.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, Mother. I feel just dandy.
I know, but you wanted to talk to me about the bill. from A.T. Stewart in New York. My purchases of gowns and cashmere shawls and millinery. I suppose we're in some debt.
$27,000.
But you wouldn't want the wife of the President of the United States to be in rags.
But, Mother, we are a nation at war.
Well, of course. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, our big son's coming home from law school. Robert's spending the holidays with us. Well, what can be keeping him, I wonder? His train was due in from Boston almost an hour ago.
Come in.
Excuse me, Mr. Lincoln. Mary, this telegram just arrived. It's for both of you. It's marked urgent. Something terrible has happened to Robert. I know it.
You must try to be calm,
That
Mother.
same rumbling noise in my head that was there when Eddie died that thunder. And then when Willie died. As if some devil were pulling wires out of my eyes. As if bolts of lightning were shooting through my brain. Tell me, what has happened to Robert? What has happened to him?
In the last act of Macbeth, realizing that his wife has gone mad, asks her physician, "Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous matter which weighs upon the heart?" The doctor answers, "Therein the patient must minister to himself." The events of the next few years were to test to the fullest Mary Todd Lincoln's ability to minister to herself. With what success? I'll return shortly. It was Daniel Webster who said, "There is nothing so powerful as truth, and often nothing so strange." Another way of saying that truth is stranger than fiction. The sorrowful life of Mary Todd Lincoln would often seem to strain the limits of credulity. But her story is there in the records, sometimes in her own letters. A tragic, heartbreaking chapter in America's past.
That same ache in my head that there was when Eddie died, and then when Willie died. Tell me what happened to Robert. What's happened to him? Give me that telegram.
What is it, Mother?
It says, near accident in Philadelphia railway station, nothing to worry about. I don't believe that. Then it says, arrival Washington slightly delayed. Love, Robert.
There, you see?
I have had the most uncanny feeling all day long. Something told me. I knew something terrible had happened to Robert.
But nothing has happened. Nothing to worry about, he says. Besides, he's 22 years old. He can take care of himself.
I can't wait till he gets here.
What happened in Philadelphia? I can hardly believe that it did happen. Well, there I was, standing at the edge of the railroad platform where you change for the Washington train.
Oh.
Please listen to me, Mother.
What's going on, Robert?
Well, there was a huge crowd. Suddenly, a passenger hurried past me. I lost my footing, fell into the very wide gap between the edge of the platform and the wheels of the train.
And you said the train had just started to take off.
Exactly. Well, for a moment, I was stunned. Then a man reached over, grabbed me by the coat collar, and hauled me back up to safety.
Oh, my poor boy, my poor boy. You could have been crushed to death.
The man actually did save my life. As I started to thank him, to my astonishment, I saw that I had been snatched from a certain death by no less than the great American actor, Edwin Booth.
Really? I've always been an admirer of his. We must do something to show our appreciation.
Well, I already have done that, Father. I've taken the liberty of inviting him to the White House to meet you and Mother sometime in the near future at your convenience, of course.
That was most thoughtful of you, Robert.
Well, he asked if he might be accompanied by 2 other actors.
And you said?
Well, I said yes. Considering that the actors were his father, Junius Brutus Booth, and his younger brother, John Wilkes Booth.
I shall look forward to meeting all 3 of them.
And so shall I think. New Year's Day, 1865. Mr. Lincoln has been re-elected president, and the sweet smell of Union victory is in the air. Finally, on a day in April, the slaughter ends. The war is over. But despite the rejoicing that follows, I have a feeling. I almost know that on some night of darkness, my husband will meet with a sudden and violent end. The day is Good Friday, 1865. There are fiends about us, Father. Fiends that fly about the heads of all our family. Fiends that will not allow any of us to escape.
Now, you must stop thinking these thoughts. We've had more than our share of personal misery, but now that the war is over, life owes us a little joy. And after all, we do have 2 wonderful sons.
Well, you have no idea what pride I take in Robert. And when little Tad is near me, my heart overflows with happiness.
I know. Mother, did you say we were going to the theater tonight?
Only if you're up to it, Father.
That's one of the few things that have lightened the burdens of these last years.
Yes, well, tonight may be a bit of a disappointment for you.
How so?
Oh, this is a British pot boiler. Our American cousin, they call it. And it's with Laura Keene.
Oh, dear. But why not? Frankly, I'd prefer it if it was something like Hamlet or Merchant of Venice with one of the booths. But we'll make the best of it. Won't we, Mother?
The events of that fateful night are too well known to repeat. 2 sons, and now a husband. What is it that forces the ones I love most to abandon me? What have I done in my life to deserve this? 4 weeks later, I arrive in Chicago to live in what is no more than a boarding house. So different from what I had known as First Lady. The only one I choose to see, and that very rarely, is my older sister, Elizabeth Edwards. Mary, you can't go on living like this. It doesn't make sense. It does for me, Elizabeth. You haven't left these rooms in over 2 months. These miserable rooms. You haven't even gone out for a short walk to expose myself in these black mourning clothes to the prying eyes of all my enemies? No, thank you. Enemies? Here in Chicago? I have enemies everywhere, wherever I go. They're there. And worst of all, yes, I'm alone. I'm so desperately alone. Only because you choose to be. Had Mr. Lincoln lived, our dreams would have come to something. But now I have nothing. I am nothing. Stop talking that way. Don't you think for a minute that I don't know what they're saying about me. I do read the newspapers, you know. What are they saying, Mary? That I am mad. The Chicago Tribune, the Springfield Journal, I read them all. They say it is a well-known fact that I have been deranged. That is the word they use. Deranged for years. It's beginning to get dark, Mary. Shouldn't we light the gaslight? Of course not. Don't you touch those gaslights. Don't you know why, Elizabeth? No, Mary. Tell me. Because gas is the vile invention of the devil. You didn't know that, did you? That is why I keep so many candles in this room. I see. So you may light one candle, Elizabeth, the one on the table there. If you will, dear sister. My demons do not leave me. In July of 1871, my sweet, darling Tad, only 3 months past his 18th birthday, slumps forward in his chair and passes away before the anguished eyes of myself and his brother. 3 sons and a husband, gone forever. Now only Robert remains. He is all I have. But I suspect he is up to something odd. What it is exactly, I'm not sure. But whatever it is, he means no good to me. Of that I am certain.
And that, in a nutshell, Your Honor, is the way things stand with my mother. I love her dearly, but my request, if you will grant it, is the only way out.
You say, Mr. Lincoln, that this all happened after the death of your brother Tad?
I say that it got worse after Tad's death. Since then, she's becoming completely irresponsible in her actions. Some days ago, believing herself to be impoverished, she offered her old clothes for sale right on the streets of New York.
Oh, how awful.
One day she imagines that I, too, am dying. The next that I am trying to poison her.
I must remind you, Mr. Lincoln, a hearing to judge your mother's sanity with you, her only surviving son as chief witness against her, will subject you to the harshest criticism from every quarter. You're aware of that? It's the last thing in the world I want to do.
That's the only way she can be restrained from hurting herself. The only method of receiving effective medical treatment.
The decision is yours, Mr. Lincoln. Dr. Isham has testified that he has examined Mrs. Mary Lincoln, widow, and that he is of the opinion she is insane and a fit subject for hospital treatment. Further, her son, Robert Lincoln, has testified at this hearing in the fullest detail as to his mother's unnatural behavior. I therefore order that Mrs. Lincoln be committed to an institution, and I appoint her son, Robert Todd Lincoln, as conservator of her estate.
No, you can't let them do this to me, Robert. You can't betray your own mother to her enemies.
Oh, please, Mother, they will help you. You'll see.
The Lord will punish you for this. I will punish you.
Trust me, Mother, I love you. I would never do anything to hurt you.
You will bring death as I have to those who are dear to you.
Mother, please, I beg of you.
You will be cursed as I have been all my life, cursed by the seeds rotting inside you, poisonous seeds of death. I know, my son, for it was I who gave those seeds to you. 4 months later, I am released in the custody of my sister Elizabeth. I patiently watch every move that Robert makes, waiting to see my prophecy about him become reality. In 1881, President James A. Garfield appoints him Secretary of War. On a Saturday morning in July, President Garfield is shot at the railroad station in Washington by a crazed office seeker, standing not more than 10 feet away from Garfield when the fatal bullets strike. Are you, my son?
With profound sorrow, the Secretary of War announces to the Army that James A. Garfield, President of the United States, died today at Elberon, New Jersey.
You see, you too, Robert, are now a carrier of death. Yes, you too. The following year, at the age of 64, I joined my 3 dead sons and my murdered husband. Now, the grave has closed at last. But the legacy of death which I bequeath to my only living son will go on and on and on. 1889, President Benjamin Harrison appoints you, my great and distinguished son, ambassador to the court of St. James in Great Britain. In the following year, your only son, Abraham Lincoln II, succumbs to blood poisoning and dies at the age of 17. You do hear me, don't you? Death will not silence me, nor will the grave ever still my voice. Your son has joined me and his grandfather and his 3 dead uncles here in the presidential vault in Illinois. And as long as you live, there will always be room for more. 1901, President McKinley shot and killed by a lunatic anarchist in the city of Buffalo, New York. And where are you this time, Robert? Almost as close to him as you had been to Garfield. 3 presidents have fallen under the bullets of an assassin. Your own father, Garfield, McKinley, And all of them, my son, have been closely associated with you. (1926) Robert Todd Lincoln, dead of a cerebral hemorrhage at the age of 83. You are one of us now. The newspapers write glowingly of you, call you your father's son. But we know better, don't we? No one knows better than we that you were the son of your mother.
The final interment of Robert Todd Lincoln took place in March 1928 in the Arlington National Cemetery near the nation's capital. Associated so tragically and so eerily with the deaths of 3 martyred presidents of the United States, Robert Todd Lincoln now lies buried close to the grave of a 4th, that of John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I shall return shortly. Many of the words you have been listening to were gleaned from the more than 600 letters of Mrs. Lincoln which have been preserved. They are the agonizing evidence of a woman who came to the White House at a tragic hour of her nation's history and was destroyed by the experience. Was she, as she fancied herself, a carrier of death? And if she was, did her son inherit this legacy? Those are questions you will have to answer for yourself. Our cast included Marion Seldes, John Beale, Carol Teitel, and Lloyd Batista. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
And now, a preview of our next tale.
I understand he died some years ago. I could find out more if you're interested.
No, thank you. I was just mildly curious. The next night was my last in Trieste. I had some reports to complete, and I was ready for bed before midnight. I had an early plane. I closed my eyes. I had just fallen asleep when... Where was I? Certainly not in a hotel room. It appeared to be a kind of cave.
Get down, Gaffney. What? Get down behind that rock.
Hey, you're that man, Volk.
Get down behind that rock or I'll shoot you here and now.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Tired from a strenuous weekend? Spring fever give you the wanderlust? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape.
You are hanging by your fingertips on the sheer face of an ice cliff, suspended 1,000 feet above instant death, with your strength running out, and with no chance for escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Tonight, we escape to the cold loneliness of a glacier high in the Swiss Alps, and to a man who learned much about death, as told in C.E. Montague's grim story, Action. High in the Swiss Alps, well above 12,000 feet, a man clings with desperation to the frozen glass wall of the Chaliot Glacier, hands and feet jammed into shallow steps chopped in the iron-hard ice. A cold wind drives a spray of dusty sleet along the overhanging wall, and the sun has fallen away among the crags to the west. Darkness lies 1 hour ahead. The man has climbed with painful care 1,000 feet up the glacier's face from the broken moraine at the foot, and has moved now onto the underside of a great bulge in the ice, a part of the wall which breaks out beyond the perpendicular. And the man is forced to hang from slots cut by his axe, much as a sloth hangs from a tree branch. 12 more feet lie between him and the brow of the overhang. 6 more steps to be chopped out with the axe, and 1,000 feet of void space waits beneath him. The man is unable to lift his heavy axe for even one more stroke. He's tired, and he's 52 years old. No experienced mountaineer would ever attempt the west face of the Chaliot Glacier. And yet this man is an experienced mountaineer. But why? Why? What strange events have conspired to bring him along the path of his life and leave him hanging now in peril on the brink of eternity? Through what shadows has that path led him, and where are those who saw him pass? Can we ourselves move back along it, move back step by step against the river of time, move backward along the life path of Christopher Bell?
My name is Jean Valjour, and I am a guide for all the mountain trails on the Weisshorn and the Chaliorn. I talked with Mr. Bell this morning as he was leaving the village, though, of course, at the time I did not know that was his name. The season is over, you understand. Winter will come in another week or two, and most all the visitors are gone. So, you see, I was very surprised to hear a stranger call out to me in English.
Hello there.
Bonjour, monsieur. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Well, I'm glad to see there's at least one other early riser in the village besides myself.
Only a few people are left in the village, sir. It is the end of summer.
The end of summer. How well I know it. Oh, by the way, which of these paths takes me to the foot of the Chaliot?
The one on the left. But you will find no climbing there, sir. One arrives very soon at the glacier and can go no farther.
Except, of course, to climb up it.
The glacier? That is impossible. It has never been done.
Of course not. It's never been tried.
Well, there is not anyone who would be so foolish.
It isn't that. There are plenty of foolish people in the world. But even they hold on to their margin of safety.
Margin of safety?
Yes. The difference between the point where a man thinks he's reached his limit and the point where the limit really is.
Que diable racontez-vous? I'm afraid I do not understand this.
Oh, all right. Well, take a mountaineer such as yourself. Now, you look at a slope. You estimate the effort needed to climb it. Then you estimate your own endurance. And if there isn't a good-sized safety factor, you just don't make the climb.
But it would be foolish not to do so.
Oh, yes, I dare say. It's all tied up in the fear of death. Take that out of a man for one instant, and there's no telling what he might be able to do or what limit he might reach.
And how should a man lose that fear?
He can't. He can't lose it. Has to be done for him by things outside.
He turned and left me then, this Mr. Bell. Walked up the path toward the glacier. That was early this morning, and I did not see him again. His talk with me made no sense, and I could not understand what he meant to do or why he was going to do it. I remember thinking, what a strange man. But I know really nothing more about him. I believe he arrived in the village only last night and took a room in the Zinal Inn.
the Gaspar, and I'm staying out the week here in Zenal to close up the inn for the winter. I have known Mr. Bell for the last 30 years. Always before, he came in the summer season for the climbing, and I was most surprised when he arrived last night. I opened one of the rooms and found something for him to eat, and then later we sat and talked in front of the fire in a big empty lounge.
This is very good coffee, Madame Gaspar.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bell. Had you let me know, I would have had everything ready for you, just like all the other times.
Like all other times, eh? But this one's a little different, Madame Gaspar. You might call it a special visit.
It is all so different now from the old days. Then it was you and your madame would come here, and it was Gaspar and I. And the summer seemed to last forever.
I thought everything would be forever when she was alive. Now I'm really alone in the world.
As I am. And it is not good to be alone. It gives one little reason for living, and makes one no longer afraid of dying.
Yes, but there are stronger reasons for that than just being alone.
Mr. Bell, you look so strange.
Huh?
Is there something troubling you?
Why, no. Not now. Oh, there may have been, but not now. Well, I should be leaving quite early in the morning for a climb, so I think I'll go on to bed. Good night, Madame Gaspar.
Mr. Gaspar, I left the inn this morning before I wakened, and I have not seen him again. I have never known him to act so strange before. I have no idea what the reason is, or what he may be planning to do. But I'm sure something is troubling him. Perhaps it may be something connected with his business back in London.
My name is Matthew Bruff. I've been chief clerk in Mr. Bell's London office over the past 25 years. I've always found him to be a considerate and dependable employer. I've never noticed anything you might call unusual about him until one day about 3 weeks ago. Mr. Bell entered the establishment a bit late, as I recall, and passed immediately into his own office without acknowledging my customary greeting. A little while afterward, he sent for me.
Well, Matthew, where do we go from here?
I can't say that I follow you, Mr. Bell.
Well, I mean, the company's on a steady footing, so if we use our heads at all, we don't stand much chance of losing anything.
Our position is quite secure.
On the other hand, we can't expect to do any more growing. We're through expanding. From now on, it's just a matter of operation.
A most enviable condition, sir.
Is it? There's nothing more to look forward to, nothing more to work for. So, as I said, where do we go from here? Matthew, I'm putting you in charge of the business, turning it over to you, effective this week.
Mr. Bell, you can't possibly mean that.
Oh, yes. I've just decided.
But what are you going to do?
I'm taking a trip. I'm going to Switzerland. Climb a mountain.
Oh? Oh, well, then at least it's only temporary, just for whatever time you're gone.
That's right. Yes, for whatever time I'm gone. Just for whatever time I'm gone.
Before the end of the week, he had arranged all the necessary papers and had left London. I haven't heard a word from him since, though I presume he's somewhere in Switzerland. Actually, however, I haven't the faintest idea where Mr. Bell may be right at this moment.
Minutes pass on the glacier, and the shadows grow longer from the jagged peaks to the west of the Chaliot Glacier, and reach out with dark fingers toward the man who clings to the icy wall, while his pounding heart beats out the number of his time on Earth. Already those shadows have flowed into the awful depths below his swaying figure, blurring the sharp points of the tumbled rocks 1,000 feet down, and making the harsh void seem soft and inviting. The man's thoughts have grown as unwieldy as the heavy ice axe gripped in his hand, He keeps trying to remember that he is Christopher Bell, a human being, and not a part of this free and empty space. For he knows if he stops remembering that, he may forget all else too, and then let go.
There's been no reason for trying to locate Mr. Bell, since nothing of any importance has occurred during these 3 weeks. I'm sure he's quite all right. Only, one thing still puzzles me a bit. The remarkable change in him on that morning 3 weeks ago. I never heard him talk like that before. And whatever the reason for it, I'm quite sure it was something that happened that morning before he came to the office.
My name is John Huxford, and I've been a conductor on the Westminster route for some 14 years now. And during all that time, Mr. Bell has been a daily passenger of mine on the early morning inbound run. As I recall it, the first time anything you might say out of the way ever happened between us was one morning about 3 weeks ago. I saw Mr. Bell waiting at the usual place, so I signalled to the driver to stop. Oh, good morning, Mr. Bell.
Good morning. I'll be right there.
Here now, let me come down and help you, sir.
I'll make it. If you just take my arm, Mr. Huxford. My arm, please.
But I have taken your arm, Mr. Bell.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Up we go now. There you are, sir.
Thank you. I had a bit of a shock this morning. I'm all right now.
Well, if it's all right now, that's fine, I say. Now, take hold of the strap there now.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, let me see. I have the fare here somewhere. Oh, yes, here you are.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you. I'm afraid you've brought something home to mind.
I don't understand what you mean, sir.
Well, Mr. Huxford, have you ever had anyone take your arm and help you up a flight of steps?
No, and I might say that I hope the day never comes when I... well... I'm sorry, sir.
Not at all. Thank you, Mr. Huxford. Thank you very much.
I don't rightly know what was wrong with him, though it's certain that something was. I haven't seen him for nearly 3 weeks now. I can't imagine what it might have been what happened to him that morning before he got on the bus.
My name is Jenkins. I've been Mr. Bell's personal valet for the past 12 years and 7 months. The master's travelling somewhere on the continent just at present. Been gone something over 2 weeks now. Decided rather suddenly, I believe. In fact, I rather think something happened one morning about 3 weeks ago that caused him to make up his mind. I really haven't the faintest idea what it might have been. I can remember noticing a very strange look on his face when he came down to breakfast that morning, but thought nothing of it at the time.
Good morning, Jenkins.
Good morning, sir. I trust you had a pleasant night's rest.
Yes, I did. Thanks, Jenkins.
You're having the usual, orange juice, toast, and tea?
No, I want nothing except some coffee.
Very well, sir. I'll bring it right away.
I can't let him find out. I can't let anyone find out about it. Maybe it's a little better now. Maybe it's going away. Maybe I'm giving it too much importance, but... No, it's still there. That same lack of feeling clear down the whole right side of my body. There, I can move my arm and leg all right. But there's no feeling in them. They're numb. It's simply that at 52 years of age, I've had a light stroke.
Your coffee, sir.
Oh, thank you, Jenkins.
Would you care for something more, sir?
No, that's all.
If you'll pardon me, sir, you don't seem quite yourself this morning. I do hope you're not ill.
No, I'm all right, Jenkins.
I hope you won't mind my saying this, Mr. Bell, but you don't take very good care of yourself anymore.
Oh, please,
It's been years now since you had a checkup, not since the mistress passed away, in fact.
I'm quite all right, Jenkins. I'm quite all right.
Yes, sir. I'm relieved to hear it, sir. I'll bring your paper now, sir.
Good Lord. Is this what a man slaves his life away for? To end up helpless, dependent on others? To be wheeled about, put out in the sun, taken in like some great fat larva? That's disgusting.
Pardon me, sir. I didn't quite hear you.
Oh, nothing, Jenkins.
Here's your paper, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Please call if you need anything else, sir. I'll be in the pantry.
I couldn't go on that way. I'd rather not go on. I've got to face it. This stroke is the first warning. There'll be others, worse ones. And in a short time, I'll be helpless. There must be some way out. Not suicide. But some way. There's got to be some way.
The icy wall hardens into cold, vitreous steel as the dusk-born shadows chill its surface. The merciless ice is beginning to freeze the cramped joints of the man's fingers now, and the heavy axe swings idly at his belt, tracing a fumbling pattern on the thin air of the void. How much longer can he cling to those slots in the glacier's face? How much longer does he have to live? 30 seconds? A minute? What's the margin of safety now? And what does a man think of while his pulse beats slower and he waits to die?
Strange how I'm able to go on, hanging to this slope, clinging on to life. I can't feel another ounce of strength left in me. Strange, too, how it seems I could stay here forever, becoming part of the glacier itself, looking down at the rocks below and out across the peaks and the ice. I was right. Dying isn't so bad, really. Not when it's like this. Rather pleasant, in fact. It looks so soft down there. The shadows and the snow. And the wind. Perhaps I could let go. Float out on the wind like an eagle. Or be blown along by it like drifting snow. Well, the sun's gone now. It will be full dark in a few minutes. Maybe I can hold on that long. Till everything is dark. Even the snow and the ice. And who knows? Perhaps I'll watch the sun rise tomorrow and set again. And even beyond. Oh, no. I can't last even one full minute longer. I'm through. I'm finished. I can't even last a half. Huh? Chips of ice sliding over the edge. It's funny how a glacier sheds off that way. I suppose the difference in temperature between day and... Oh, wait. An ice axe. That was an axe. No other sound in the world like it. Fell from up above the overhang there. There must be somebody up there on the slope, coming down from the top. Hello! There is. Wait, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello! That's a mountaineer's call for help. Someone's dropped his axe and he's in trouble up there. It's right above this bulge. If I can only... No, my throat's too dry. Well, 6 more steps to cut to reach the edge there. All right. 6 more steps. I was done in. I was finished. And now... Now... 5 more steps. Just about does it. The last step.
Ted, cut the rope and let me go. There's no use of us.
Good Lord, it's a woman. And there's a man upon the slope.
Hold
on up there.
What?
I'll be with you in a minute.
Ted, somebody's coming. There's someone down here.
Over the edge.
Take it easy there. Everything's going to be all right.
Oh, thank heaven. I don't know where you came from, but thank heaven you're here.
Yeah, easy now. Let's get a step out for your feet. I'm just below the overhang there. I heard the fellow up above call out. He's got quite a voice on him.
It's my husband. Please hurry.
Easy now. Step out here in a second. You can put your feet on it. You get your breath. Then we'll tackle the slope.
All right.
There now. I'll scrape this ice away. Easy now. There. Oh, that's better, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you're all right now. Just lean there. When you feel like it, we'll go on up. Oh, my name is Christopher Bell, by the way.
I'm Anna Gerlin.
How do you do?
Thank you. I thought we were done. I was cutting steps down ahead on the slope, and I slipped and dropped my axe. The rope held me, but neither of us dared to move.
Yes. Well, you're all right now. As soon as you rest up a minute, we'll cut some more steps back up the slope. Oh, you shouldn't have started down this way. You've never been able to pass that bulge.
Yes, I can see that now. Of course, it's harder to tell when you're moving down the slope.
Yes, I suppose it is.
You were coming up the slope, weren't you?
Yes, I came up from the foot.
Alone and without a rope. And you deliberately climb onto the underside of an overhanging wall.
Well, let's just say we're both foolhardy.
Is that what you call it?
If you've got your breath back now, suppose we start up the slope. Oh, here, I'd like to take my axe and cut the first step.
You'd trust me with it? After I dropped my own?
Oh, anybody could make a mistake like that, dropping an axe or climbing up under an overhang.
My name is Theodore Gurren, and I'm the husband of the woman who slipped and fell on the wall of the glacier. I'm a physician, formerly of Harley Street, London, though I've practiced in Paris for several years now. I met Mr. Bell when he and my wife reached the ice ledge where I stood waiting above them. I was not immediately aware of his trouble, but found out about it a short time later when we reached the rest hut at the top of the ridge. While my wife heated water for tea at the far side of the room, Bell and I fell into a much more personal conversation than strangers normally do. Well, this sometimes happens when people have been very close to death.
At any rate, Dr. Gurlen, well, you can see how it is. The life of an invalid doesn't seem very appealing to me.
Tell me something, Mr. Bell.
Huh?
I gather you were pretty well done in when I called out there on the glacier. You couldn't lift a hand. Then how do you account for being able to chop 6 steps into that ice in a matter of some 5 minutes?
I don't know exactly. I was through. I couldn't have lasted 30 seconds more. But when I realized someone was in danger, I don't know, I forgot about it.
And this numbness, this lack of feeling in your right side, it didn't bother you?
No, I didn't notice. It isn't quite so bad now, as a matter of fact.
And there's your answer, Mr. Bell.
I don't believe I follow you.
Action. When you were in action, working because you had a reason, living because you had to, because somebody was depending on you, then you were all right. Everything was back in its place again.
Oh, perhaps, but a man can't spend all his time climbing up a mountain to save someone's life.
Oh, I don't mean physical action, movement. Call it incentive, if you like. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
Incentive, eh?
That's right. It's the one top pressure that keeps life moving and growing. And it's what you need.
Well, it's an interesting theory, Doctor.
Yeah, but it's only a theory, eh?
I'll have the tea ready in a moment. Is anybody interested?
I am, my dear. Lucky we brought it.
If no one minds, I believe I'll have a turn outside while we're waiting.
Of course not. Only be careful out there in the dark. The ridge breaks off pretty sharply here.
Oh, yes, I'll be careful. Oh, Dr. Gurlen.
Yes?
If things were turned around, I wonder if it would be any more than just a theory to you.
Mr. Bell, where are you?
I'm over here, Mrs. Gurlen.
Beautiful, isn't it? With the stars so clear and bright.
Yes. Well, there won't be any more clear nights before the winter storms.
It would be a shame to give it up, you and I.
What do you mean?
I've got to say this quickly, because I don't want my husband to know. We're not the kind who commit suicide, you and I, but I think we understand each other.
Well, you'll have to say more than that.
You deliberately climbed into a dead end out on that glacier, deliberately extended your safety margin beyond all possible limits, didn't you?
What do you mean, we understand each other?
Because I did the same thing. I went ahead. I picked that route down the slope.
But,
No, please wait. In 30 seconds, I would have cut myself loose from that rope. Oh, we went to an awful lot of trouble so we wouldn't have to call it suicide, didn't we?
You? But why?
I have a brain condition. There's no point in going into it, but it's incurable. And sooner or later, at any moment, I shall go blind.
Oh, no.
My husband doesn't know about it, and I don't want him to. Mr. Bell.
Yes?
I'll make a bargain with you.
What sort of bargain?
I'm not brave, really. To go on living, I need something to cling to. I need to know all the time that there's someone else with courage, too. Mr. Bell, I'll go on living if you will.
I'd say you're amazingly brave.
If I were, I could do it alone, without having to make myself dependent on you and your courage.
Well, that sort of thing could work both ways. I wouldn't dare let you down.
Nor could I you. Do you want to make the bargain? Shall we go on living, Mr. Bell?
As I said before, I am Dr. Theodore Gerland, and I met Mr. Bell some 3 hours ago on the Shalioch Glacier. At the moment, he's outside the hut a few yards away talking to my wife. I can hear the sound of their voices, but I can't make out the words. However, I know what they're talking about, what his answer would be. My wife and I discussed that before she went out to join him. You may have heard of my wife, incidentally, though it would likely have been under the stage name she uses in the Paris theater. You see, she's quite a talented actress.
Escape is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald, and tonight brought you Action by C.E. Montague, adapted for radio by Les Crutchfield, and featuring Joseph Kearns as Christopher Bell and Eric Rolfe as the voice, with Louis Van Rooten as Dr. Golan, Marta Mitrovich as Greta, Jeff Corey as Bruff, Ray Lawrence as Huxford, Barry Kroeger as Jenkins, and Joan Banks as Mrs. Golan. The musical score was conceived and conducted by Wilbur Hatch. Next week.
You are in mid-ocean, aboard a Jinx ship. Already 3 men have died, and you know that some malignant force is aimed at you. And you cannot escape.
Next week, Escape with Joseph Conrad's great story, The Brute. Good night, then, until the same time next week, when we again offer you Escape. This is CBS, where 99 million people gather every week, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. We've all had the experience of meeting someone who bears a remarkable resemblance to someone else. In a country peopled by 220 million individuals, is it possible that someone, somewhere, is your double? Not just someone who looks like you, but a complete and exact double? Susan Hollis can answer that question better than I.
I was waiting for the light to change at 5th and 49th when it began. A stoutish, stylish, older woman was headed past me for the door to Saks when suddenly she stopped, and her jaw dropped, looking for all the world as if she was seeing a ghost.
Helen Roberts! I can't believe it.
I'm afraid you've made a mistake.
Oh, not me, honey. Don't try to tell your one-time friend and next-door neighbor that you're not Mrs. X. Daniel Rogers of Sterling Drive in Sandport.
Nope, just plain Susan Hollis of Jackson Heights, Queens.
Okay, that's the way you want it. Heaven knows I want no part of you. I'm only sorry to see you looking so well after what you did. By this time, the way you were going, I thought you'd have been long dead.
Our mystery drama, Double Exposure, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Kim Hunter. It is sponsored in part by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Brewers of Budweiser, and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
You've seen the Budweiser commercials on television, and maybe you've wondered how long people have been putting that famous Bud label on things. Well, not as long as the Brewers of Bud have been putting things on the label. Things like a list of Bud's most important ingredients. Quote, brewed by our original process from the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt. And things like the following statement. This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you'll find in no other beer at any price. Unquote. Yes, brewing beer right does make a difference. Read the Bud label. Taste the king of beers, and you'll agree, when you say Budweiser, you've said it all. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Remember when you were a kid and how neat it felt to come into a warm and secure home after school or after playing in the rain? And you probably thought that when you grew up, you'd want your own home to feel that same way. Well, time has taken you into a home and a family, but that feeling that you and your home long for seems to be missing. Well, Kay and Bill Evans have a simple solution. Drapery's Unique, the home of distinctive custom decor in Keystone Park. Choose exciting wallpaper for the kitchen. Give warmth to the den by the addition of woven wood shades, of which Drapery's Unique has the Southwest's largest selection. Or make the living room more livable with custom draperies available in over 6,000 different fabrics. And right now couldn't be a better time to give your home that feeling by taking advantage of Labor Less Savings, now until September 15th. 50% savings on labor and 25% savings on lining for custom draperies. Once again, 10-day delivery available at Drapery's Unique in the Keystone Park Shopping Center.
This is a tale of today, a search for a dark and clouded past. A haunting story of chance encounter, if there is such a thing. Or is everything predestined from the moment we come into the world, crying for the warmth and comfort we have left? This is a story whose present is buried in the past, to be lost and found again in the future. But it is not my story. It belongs to Susan Hollis.
Well, it wasn't a very pleasant encounter, but it was just a small mistake in identity, something to be disregarded. But in the meantime, the light had changed, and I stepped off the curb. And it happened again. This time it couldn't be waved away as easily. It changed my whole life.
Helen. Well, I'll be damned.
Look, I'm not...
All these years looking for you, and the first day I'm back again in the U.S., you're the first person I run into.
Look, I'm sorry, but I am not Helen.
Oh, now, look, you can't get away with that. Don't you think I know my own wife?
What?
Oh, come here. We better get back on the curb. We're blocking traffic. Here, let me give you a hand.
But I wasn't going back this way. I wanted to cross. And I wish you'd listen to me. I am not Helen Roberts. And I'm certainly not your wife.
Well, technically, of course, the Roberts is out. What is the name now, anyway?
My name is of no importance to you. Now, if you'll be kind enough to let me go...
Oh, come on now, Helen. Give me a break, huh? Now, let's go somewhere for a drink, and I can at least tell you about the children. Or don't you even want to hear about them?
Will you listen to me, please? I have never been your wife. I've never seen you before in my life.
But I just saw you talking to Lillian Freiberg before she went into the store.
I never saw that woman in my life before either. This is getting like a nightmare. Look, I just
Helen,
don't
Helen,
want to...
please, be reasonable. Now, if you don't want to talk here, give me a phone number or an address where I can reach you.
Let me go. Or I warn you, I'll holler like all get out for a cop.
I'm sorry.
And once more, just so maybe it will sink in, I am not who you think I am. I would have laughed at the whole thing, except they both seem so darn positive. All afternoon, the incidents came back to haunt me and annoy me. Because of them, I kept making typos and got so behind in my work. I finally did forget the whole silly thing in a rush to get all my letters typed in time to make the subway before the rush hour. But having dinner with Ed that night, it came back to me. And I told him about it.
You sure you don't want dessert?
No, thanks, Ed. Just enough room to finish my coffee. You go ahead, though.
Not me. I'm having trouble squeezing into my uniforms right now. Sitting in that squad car does it.
On you, it looks good.
On me, it looks just as bad as anyone. Except it don't matter all that much.
What do you mean?
If I got all the way back down to 175, I still couldn't get anywheres with you.
Ed, please. Our friendship is too valuable to me. Let's not start that again.
Oh, don't worry. I took my licks on that 2 years ago. Well, I say 1 year ago.
If you were sweet and kind, Ed. To wait that whole year after Carl died.
Well, I had to give you a chance to shake down, Susan. That was one rough marriage.
Poor Carl. 2 months we had. And then 4 years in a wheelchair.
Well, it's the risk you take when you're a cop. At least the way it's turned out, he left you a pretty rich woman.
All the money in the world couldn't make up for... Oh, Ed, for heaven's sake, let's get off this old merry-go-round.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Guess I started it because I keep reaching for the brass ring. So, yeah, let's change the subject. You still a little shook over what happened this afternoon?
You're stupid, I guess, but I am.
Honey, you should spend a couple of days at the precinct house where we run lineups. You any idea how hard it is to get a solid identification from a witness or a plaintiff?
You're talking about someone who's seen the other person once. These two people were a next-door neighbor and a husband. Whoever she is, boy, this woman has got to practically be my twin. It's fascinating. I'd love to see her just once.
If I was you, I'd just leave it lay.
Why?
Well, maybe it's just I'm a cop and I smell things that ain't there. But, you know, you're worth a lot of dough. And you were in the papers.
If anyone who could recognize me from that graduation picture would have to be psychic. But, I guess you're right. It's kind of a funny feeling knowing that somewhere around you have a double. But, I'll take your advice and put it out of my mind. Cheers. I wasn't going to be allowed to forget it. Ed drove me home to that sad, ugly bottom floor of a two-family house which had held so many years of unhappiness for me. Hello?
Good evening. Is this Susan Hollis?
Yes. Who's talking, please?
Now, please don't be alarmed, and please don't hang up. It's Dan Roberts.
Who?
You're the man who stopped you on the street today at lunchtime on 5th Avenue, remember?
How did you find my phone number?
Oh, the way the visiting fireman always forgets to do. I looked in the phone book.
But how did you know what book to... And how did you know my real name?
If it is your real name.
It is. I have a good mind to report you to the police. Why, you must have been following me.
Now, please, Miss... or Mrs. Hollis, or whoever you are, I'm a consulting engineer, not a private eye.
Then how did you know how to find me?
Well, I saw you bump into Lillian Freiberg just before I caught up with you. I followed her into the department store, naturally, and asked her if you'd given her the same story as me, and she said yes, that you'd claimed to be a Susan Hollis from Queens.
Which now you know I am. So that ends...
Helen, I mean, Miss, or is it Mrs. Hollis?
I don't think that's any of your business.
All right, then, Susan, for want of something more polite, please. I want to see you again. I want to talk to you.
Well, I don't. I want you to stop bothering me.
It's not for me. It's for two little girls named Kim and Jenny. Don't they mean anything to you?
No, of course they don't.
Now, damn it, Helen, what kind of a mother... Please, forgive me. I wish I could make you understand, but if you really are who you...
but you couldn't be. But I've got to see you again, Miss Hollis, or whatever your name is.
Look, oh, for heaven's sakes, if it'll make you talk in sentences instead of gibberish, it's Mrs. Hollis.
You're married.
My husband is dead.
I'm sorry.
So am I. Now, may we say goodbye?
I beg you, I plead with you. There are things I want to say to you, to explain. I can't do it over the phone. Can we meet again? May I meet you for lunch tomorrow at say, the Palm Room at the Park Plaza?
You know, you're the most persistent man I've ever met. And I'm really not a prude, but I don't like pickups.
I really don't see how you can get in much trouble at the Palm Room, do you?
Well, it's a little outside my normal stamping grounds, but... Well, okay. But I'm a working girl, and my lunch hour's limited. Can we make it at 12:30 sharp? The coldness in my voice as I hung up was more than anything to cover the excitement I couldn't help feeling. I'd never been to the Palm Room. Also, I was intrigued. Intrigued by the mystery of the whole thing. Yes, admit it, Susan. Intrigued by his voice. And my memory of a very handsome man, but unexpectedly I was about to meet again.
Well, here's to better reacquaintance.
I'll just back to acquaintance. Buy that?
With pleasure. Now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to do quite a bit of talking.
Well, I'm a good listener.
Now, where to begin? Well...
Do you have every credit card in that wallet?
Well, most. When you travel as much as I do. Oh, here we are. Of course, these photographs were taken 7 years ago, but who would you say that woman is?
Well, it isn't me, of course, but it could be. Oh, Lord, it could be. Helen, I suppose.
Uh-huh. That's Helen. And these?
Oh, how adorable.
You, don't recognize them?
No. I suppose these are your daughters.
Yes. Well, they've changed quite a bit in 6 years, of course. But then, they looked like this.
Well, the baby, it's difficult to tell.
Well, she wasn't quite a year old, but Jenny...
Oh, yes. Even then, quite a little lady.
3 years old. The day my wife walked out.
Mr. Roberts, if you
Just a moment. Now I will do the talking. A consulting engineer with a large firm has to do a great deal of traveling, particularly in his first years with the firm. Well, in the 5 years we were married, I was well aware of the fact that I was gone to Europe, to the Far East, South America, wherever I was sent for over half the time. Now, it's unfair leaving a young wife and later a mother alone for long periods of time in a suburban area, but, well, that was the nature of my job. And then came that terrible day I came back from Brazil. I was tired. The plane was way overdue, and I came home to an empty house. Empty, except for this.
Oh, I really...
Read it, please.
Dan, I'm getting out just before you get home. I couldn't face it. It's all over. I'm going away and I won't be back. I guess it doesn't do much good to say I'm sorry. Helen. P.S. I'm leaving the kids. They'll be better off with you.
And she dropped completely out of sight. Oh, I was mad at first. I made no attempt to trace her. I had to go to England on a job, so I sold the house and took the kids with me. They're still there. Except now I'm home again and looking for somewhere to bring them back to.
And Helen?
And Helen. With no luck till yesterday.
But I'm not Helen. I'm someone else. However, I do, I know a lot of policemen. Maybe I can help. What was the date she disappeared?
April 14th, 1968. What? Is something wrong? What is it?
Why would Susan start so at a particular date? There's been no doubt in our minds from the very beginning that she is exactly who she says she is. Is it possible that in some way there is doubt in her? But as I said, this is Susan's story, so we'll let her tell the rest of it when I return shortly with Act Two.
Excuse me, sir, but do you know what happens this time of year?
Right on, pal. I happen to know that right about now a freak blizzard falls on Dumont, New Jersey, and they're snowed in for the rest of the summer. Happens every year.
Nope. You see, what happens this time of year is that you can get a particularly good deal on what is perhaps the most luxurious mid-size car on the market, the mid-size Buick Century Regal.
Well, what good's a car when you're hopelessly snowed in?
Well, that's a point.
Spruce and maple trees give us the violin. And if we don't stop burning them down, we'll have a little less music. We'll also have a little less lumber, a little less paper, a little less rayon, a little less alcohol, a little less maple syrup, a little less printing ink, a little less turpentine.
A public service
charcoal
on behalf of the Forest Service, State Foresters, and the Ad Council.
Morning, Mr. Green. Say, haven't seen this big car in a spell.
Nowadays, Caleb, we use our small car mostly.
You know, this big engine might not be getting the exercise it needs.
Exercise?
Yep, to get rid of harmful engine deposits. Make sure you're using Quaker State motor oil. It's fortified to fight deposit buildup.
Is Quaker State still available most places?
Yep, but people need it now more than ever.
Quaker State's your car to keep it running, yeah.
In the beginning, this was a simple case of mistaken identity. The only complication possibly being that both the identifiers seemed so positive, so unconvinced by Susan Hollis' claim that she was not Helen Roberts. Then, just at the moment when the more important of the two people, Dan Roberts, appeared to indicate he had been mistaken, Susan herself, hearing the date that Helen Roberts disappeared, has a strangely guilty reaction.
What is it? Something wrong? What is it?
Nothing. It's just you're mentioning the 14th. It's a date that happens to be very important in my life, too. That's all.
Important how?
Look, how long were you married to Helen?
4 years.
And you met her in a... How did you meet her?
That's not what you were going to say at first.
You haven't answered my question.
Okay. I met her in a hospital. Nothing serious. I broke my damn fool leg skiing, and they flew me down from New Hampshire to have it set.
What hospital?
Physicians. Why? Why all the questions, the interrogation?
Look, I don't want to talk about it. As a matter of fact, I think I'll just skip lunch.
No, wait a minute. I brought you here to make a truce.
Well, it's having that drink in the middle of the day. I'm not used to it.
What you need is some food, and here it comes.
I really think I should leave.
Will you do me one favor? Finish lunch with me. Food is what you need, and I promise we won't mention Helen or the past.
What shall we talk about?
Us. Just as if it was our first date, which I hope it is. But what I really mean is, I hope it's not the last.
Thank you for the palm room. I have to confess that's really what lured me into accepting your invitation.
Oh? Where would you like to go next time?
Well, I'm not sure there should be a next time.
Well, why? Haven't I told you I'm ready to believe you're exactly who you are, Susan Hollis?
Yes. But you haven't told me exactly why.
Well, I'm afraid I was desperate enough to engage in some skullduggery.
Like what?
I stooped to snoop. You see, I went out to Jackson Heights and your neighborhood this morning, and by posing as a survey taker, I got quite a bit of information about you from the butcher, the baker, your landlord, and so on.
Well, I think you had one hell of a nerve. What did you find out?
Just that you are Mrs. Hollis, that your husband was a policeman, and that while going to the aid of an old lady who was being mugged, he was shot in the back, in the spine, to be exact, by the mugger's accomplice, and that he spent the rest of his life almost completely paralyzed. I'm sorry, Susan. I want somehow to make up some of it to you.
Why?
Well, it's too complicated and too intimate to be talked about here and now.
Look, this is my building anyway, and I'm already late getting...
Escape. Escape tonight to Paris of 500 years ago.
The Columbia Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations presents Escape, a new series of programs of which this, the fifth, is The Sire de Maletroits Door by Robert Louis Stevenson, produced and directed by William N. Robeson. The pen of Robert Louis Stevenson has been an avenue of escape for 3 generations. Our grandparents thrilled to the macabre metamorphosis of Dr. Jekyll, just as we will never forget the nursery menace called Long John Silver. Tonight we escape with Robert Louis Stevenson down another avenue, which leads to Paris in 1429, and the amazing adventure of the Sire de Maletroits Door.
Dark of the Moon, 1429, Paris. The House of Burgundy holds the throne of France, and English men-at-arms patrol the narrow streets. Troublous times for any man to be lost, on foot, at night.
Psst. You there. Over here. Here by the wall.
What's this? Now the shadows themselves are speaking.
I'm no shadow.
A real live human being.
I've managed to get myself lost in these confounded alleys. Can you tell me where I am?
Well, now, a fine young cavalier, no less. And he's lost.
I'm trying to find the Beau-Saint Inn. Will this street lead me there?
Lad, one street is as good as another, and none of them will ever lead a man anywhere.
Oh, come now. You must know something about this part of Paris. Think, man, a patrol may pass at any moment.
You're wanted, then.
I have a safe conduct pass from the captain of the garrison.
Safe conduct, he says. And to find what a good that'll do you here in the dark of the night.
Well, you're certainly not helping my chances any.
No, lad. The only safe conduct you have is that sword swinging at your side.
Wait, quiet. A patrol. They're coming this way.
I'm inclined to think you're right.
I've got to run for it. Tell them nothing.
Well, I should tell what to whom.
Wait, halt! Someone's there. Speak up. Who are you?
Speak up, is it? And you a blundering pack of 2-day grenadiers that walk like a herd of cattle, such as me? Speak up. That served with the mad Prince Charlie himself. May he rest in peace.
An old campaigner, eh? Hey, where you from, soldier?
Fontainebleau, from a smarter outfit in bivouac than the likes of you in quarters.
A bit in the scups, eh, man? Seen anybody about, old-timer?
Naught but shadows and tankards of ale. Fine French cavalier who departed hence without a bio leave just now.
Where'd he go?
Oh, who knows? Perhaps he went one way, maybe the other. Though I think it was the other there.
All right, men. Arms. French cavalier, huh? We'll have him like a fowl on a spit. Spread out. Cover the street. Keep an eye out. Don't let him slip away between you. Forward now. Search every corner.
Oh, the fool. The drunken fool. I'm for it now, all right. This cross street. There's a bare chance they'll pass it by. If I can only get through here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Street. Come on. Look, coming, my gaffer.
It's a dead end, unless this leads... No, it's only the door to a house. Caught like a rat in a trap. All right. If it's so written, then so be it. With a bit of luck, there'll be 2 or 3 go with me. Huh? The door. It's unlocked. I can push it open. Huh. Black as the mouth of hell inside. Well, what have I got to lose? There.
He's alive now. He has to be here someplace. Open up that door, you dog! Can't you see the crest above it?
He's not here. He's gone.
There he has. Didn't come in here after all. All right, back to the corner. He's a sly one for sure.
That was close. Too close. Now to get out of here, and no one in the house will ever be the wiser. Huh? What's this? The door's locked. Oh, it's a trap. But why? Why would such a thing be done? I came in here by chance, 1 chance against 1,000,000. Wait. It's a light. Somewhere inside the house. Well, by all rights, I should be dead at this moment. So...
Come in, young man. I've been expecting you all evening.
I fear you must be mistaken, sir. My visit is quite unexpected for both of us.
That's good. That's very good. For the both of us, you say. Well, no matter. You're here. That's the main point. Take a seat, my boy. Put yourself at ease. We'll arrange our little affairs presently.
There seems to be some misunderstanding. You see, your door was standing...
Oh, the door. That was a little piece of ingenuity. Don't you agree?
So you must know that I had no intention of intruding without an invitation.
Without an invitation, is it? Well, we old people are used to such reluctance. When it touches our honor, we cast about until we find some way of overcoming it. And so, my boy, invitation or not, you are, believe me, most welcome.
I hope you'll pardon my saying it, but I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Oh, so that's it. Dead to rights, but still pretending, eh? You're a clever rogue.
Sir,
Right.
my name is Denis de Beaulieu. I am not a guest in your house by my own choice, and I am not accustomed to being...
Nor is the house of Maletroits accustomed to certain things, of which you well know.
Maletroits? I should have expected better treatment at the hands of one of the most honored families of France.
Honored indeed, until you, Monsieur de Beaulieu, took it upon yourself to dishonor us.
Sire de Maletroits, I have attempted to explain that I took a stand before your door to fight off a patrol which I'd encountered in the street. I assure you I had no slight intention of forcing myself Since it seems impossible for you to converse with any degree of reason, may I bid you good night? Sir, if you have your right wits, then you're insulting me grossly. And if not, I have no desire to spend further time with a lunatic.
You young fool. Thinking to get away so easily.
No power on earth can make me stay here any longer, even if I'm forced to hack that door of yours to pieces.
I me. And now, will you please sit down, my dear nephew?
Nephew? You lie in your teeth.
I said sit down. You think for a minute that I made a little contrivance for the door and stopped short with that? If you want to be bound hand and foot until your bones crack inside of you, then get up. Try to get away. But if you'd rather stay a free young buck, agreeably conversing with an old gentleman, sit where you are in peace.
You mean, then, I am a prisoner here?
I stated the facts. Draw your own conclusion. Ah, fair Francois, come in.
Thank you, Messiah.
Tell me, how is she? A little better frame of mind, I hope?
She is more resigned, at least, Messiah.
Well, now, isn't she hard to please? A likely stripling such as this, well-born, and her own choice. What more would the jade wolf have,
If you'll pardon, the situation is not usual for a young damsel. It is somewhat trying to her blushes.
Trying, is it? Ha! She should have thought of that before the dance began. She called the turns, and now she'll do the pay.
At the risk of being presumptuous, may I ask who she is?
Ha! You hear that, Père Francois? Monsieur de Beaulieu wishes to know who she is.
I heard, Messiah.
I am pleased that you find my most casual remark so amusing.
So, you'd like to know who she is. Very well. After all, you really should know, young fella. It's only fitting for you to be introduced properly. Come along. I'll take you into she, all right. Why, that's the reason I planned the whole thing. You stubborn young scoundrelly blackguard. Come along, my boy. Right through this door.
After you, sir, if you don't mind.
Oh, no. It's not that kind of a trap. Here we are. How are you, my dear?
Oh, please, Uncle. Please have some pity on me.
Pity? But I do a great deal more than you've shown for the name of Maletroits. Come now, up off your knees and look at the friend I brought you. It's good to be devout, but it is also necessary to be polite.
I have no understanding how you can be so vicious.
Oh, that's very unkind. And now, Monsieur de Beaulieu, since we've decided to keep up this farce, allow me to present my niece, Blanche de Maletroits.
It's such an inhuman thing, surely heaven itself. He's not the man. My uncle, this is not the man.
Expected you to say as much, my dear. Is it so unfortunate you couldn't remember his name?
But it's true. I swear by the Blessed Virgin, I do not know this man. I've never laid eyes on him before. Please, sir, tell him. Tell him we've never seen each other before.
For myself, at any rate, I've never had that pleasure. Sire, I've not met your lovely niece before this moment.
Oh, now isn't that too bad? But it's never too late to begin. Quite often these impromptu marriages turn out very well in the end.
Marriage? Sire de Maletroits, will you please be kind enough to explain what you mean?
Aha, now, surely you've heard of the custom of marriage. It's quite widely practiced.
At least, sir, I've never heard before of such a maniac as I perceive you to be. And I've no intention of marrying anyone.
Then may I ask what were your intentions, my boy? Oh, well, no matter now. Père Francois is looking forward to performing the nuptial rites. Oh, he's quite properly ordained, you know. So, shall we say, in 2 hours? Meanwhile, I suggest you become better acquainted.
Wait. Uncle, you can't be in earnest. I swear to you I'll kill myself before I'll be forced on this young man.
Forced? Oh, come now, my dear Blanche.
Is it possible that you think I'm lying? That you still believe this is the man?
Frankly, I do.
Well, then you're wrong.
I refuse utterly even to consider
Enough, my dear. You took it upon yourself to dishonor the name of our family. You forfeited all right whatsoever to question my designs. I consider it a duty to see that you're married with as little delay as possible. Out of the goodness of my heart, I've attempted to find the man of your choice. And I believe I've done so. But if not, then I care not one jackstraw. Is that perfectly clear?
It's clear, sir, that you're a madman.
Perhaps, my dear nephew.
I'm not your nephew, nor will I be.
I'd sooner die 1,000 times.
Such a fury against the inevitable. But at any rate, you'll have 2 hours to compose your differences. Père Francois, bring the clock.
Very well, Messiah.
Thank you. Place it there. This, Monsieur de Beaulieu, is another of my little contrivances, and one that is hardly less ingenious than my door.
Messiah, your accomplishments are of no interest to me whatsoever.
Oh, I think you'll find this one most interesting. You will notice that the upper container is filled with water. In exactly 2 hours, all of the water will have dripped into the lower vessel, and at that time, I shall return. Remove the plug, Père Francois. Clever, isn't it? Well, genius is so rarely appreciated. And now I'm quite sure you'd sooner carry on your interview without an audience.
You'd never met my uncle before? He didn't arrange this with you?
I'd never laid eyes on him. And certainly nothing was arranged with me, else I wouldn't be here.
as much an unfortunate victim as myself.
But you at least must be more aware of the circumstances. I can understand none of this.
It's not an easy thing for a girl to tell. Whatever you may think of me now, I fear you shall think the worse when I've finished.
Words are but words. But your manner encourages respect.
Thank you, monsieur. I've lived all my life with my uncle, and I've not been happy. 3 months ago, a young captain of the guard began to stand near me in the church. Oh, you must understand. I gave him no encouragement to do so.
Oh, quite so, I understand. He was handsome, of course.
As a matter of fact, very. After a while, he began to pass me notes. He found me pleasing, wanted to meet me, and seemed most interested in me for some reason.
I can believe that.
This morning, he passed me a note urging me to leave the outer door open tonight so that he could speak a few words with me on the stairs. Oh, this is most difficult for me to tell, monsieur. I'm sure he meant no harm. I've no idea how my uncle came to suspect. Sometimes his shrewdness becomes almost diabolical. After church, he took that note from my hand, read it, gave it back to me. I've been kept in my room all day, knowing nothing of what he might be planning.
So that's it. By pure accident, I've blundered into a trap set for someone else.
Had my uncle brought the captain himself, the thing still would have been confusing. How should I know that he may not have been trifling with me all along? But to be forced into a situation with you, a perfect stranger...
Your regard for me is quite clear, mademoiselle. I regret appearing as a disappointment to you. I believe you said he was very handsome?
If that were all.
There's more?
I mean, monsieur, that you yourself are quite handsome. But it's so... Oh, no, it's really no use.
Well, please understand me. I'm not urging you in any way.
Urging, monsieur?
I'm accustomed to meeting young ladies upon occasion who are quite ready to accept me as something beside a convenient substitute for some handsome captain of the guard.
I've no doubt of it, monsieur. And to correct a mistaken impression you seem to have, I'm well aware that you're doing no urging. And were you to do so, I should neither listen to nor give it any consideration whatsoever. It's well that we both understand one another.
Quite so. And that being the case, Mademoiselle de Maletroits, I wonder if you'll be good enough to conduct me to your uncle.
With the greatest of pleasure, monsieur.
I've no doubt but what this little matter can be settled very quickly, and with as much honor as possible to everybody concerned.
The full 2 hours weren't necessary. Already harmonious accord rises triumphant.
On the contrary, Sire de Maletroits, your assumption is entirely false.
Oh, what a pity. Well, Père François, there's nothing to it. We'll simply have to wait a while longer.
As you say, Messiah.
I fear it may be much longer than you think. In fact, forever.
That's a very long time indeed. And you, my dear niece, what are your sentiments in the matter?
I will not marry this man. Do what you may, uncle, I will not marry him.
Right back where we started. Can it be that our young friend is lacking in perception, Père François?
It is possible, Messiah.
I'm not at any rate lacking in a sense of honorable conduct. Dragged in here against my will, I've addressed your niece in the manner of a gentleman. I found her charming, lovely, delightful.
Monsieur.
But now I have the honor of declining your offer of her hand. Let that end the matter.
It's not as simple as that. Take a look from my window there, and tell me what you see on the wall beneath it.
What do you mean?
See for yourself.
Whatever it is can have no bearing on the matter. There's an iron ring set in the wall.
Quite so, and fastened to the ring?
A rope.
Right. So we have 2 elements. And to complete our little diagram, we need a third one. That element is, at the moment, firmly attached to your body. I'm referring, sir, to your neck.
Uncle, no.
And may I inquire the purpose of the dogs there in the courtyard below? Are they also a part of your devilish plans?
My dear young man, A body doesn't hang in ropes forever, you know.
You maniac. Even murder doesn't stop you.
Ooh, that's such a nasty word. Let us confine ourselves to the bald facts. At the end of your 2 hours, you will prepare yourself either to marry my niece or to kick out your life while you swing at the end of that rope. There's no other alternative.
I think there's one. Between gentlemen, at any rate. Arm yourself, sir.
You fool. You think for a moment that if I'd regarded your sword as a threat, you'd still be wearing it? Père Francois, will you open that door to the passage, please?
Of course, Messire. I'll be most happy to.
Gentlemen, show this rash young buck the color of your steel. Whether he likes to admit it or not, Monsieur de Beaulieu, one day a man grows too old to fight his own battles and must hire others to do it for him. Close the door, Père Francois.
Then you'll not fight?
Do I seem a fool? There'll be no fighting and no haughty refusal to marry my niece. You found her charming. Well and good. But I'll tell you this. Were she as common as the Paris road, more hideous than the gargoyle over my door, you'd not spurn the hand of a Maletroit and never live to tell of it. Alive and married you'll be, or dead and hanging from that window, and soon after, food for the dogs. It's one or the other. So, make up your mind.
Please, Monsieur de Beaulieu, why do you not sit down?
Your concern is most gratifying, mademoiselle. But since I have such a short time to live, I doubt that I'll grow very tired.
If the time be short, then why do we waste it in formal speeches?
As you will. Listen to it. Drip, drip, drip of that devilish clock like an artery opened and life's blood itself dripping away.
Well, I've sat here and thought until my whole mind's in a great whirl.
Please, you really shouldn't trouble yourself so much.
I can't bear to have you slain for my sake. Monsieur de Beaulieu, I will marry you gladly.
You must think, then, that I stand very much in fear of death.
Oh, no. I've had reason to see that you're no coward.
I've asked for no pity. If a thing has to be, then that's the end of it.
Oh, sir, you misunderstood me. Why, the great nobility with which you faced my uncle should have removed all question about your bravery had such doubts existed.
That is most kind of you to say so.
Not, of course, that anyone could raise such questions once they'd seen you.
Death's another incident. That's all.
Oh, but life's a better one. You'll agree, then?
I'm afraid you underrate the difficulty. What your generosity offers me, my pride prevents accepting. In this moment of noble feeling toward me, aren't you forgetting what you already owe to someone else?
Monsieur! He never really mattered.
Mademoiselle, my very life's the forfeit here. One I'll pay gladly if it be of service to a lady, but to tell me it's for something that never really mattered.
Please don't be so cruel.
Cruel, you forget. I'm the one who's going to die, not you.
I've not forgotten, monsieur.
Yes. You'll enjoy tomorrow's sun like any other days. And tomorrow night, perhaps you'll see him again. And of course, I'll be forgotten.
Oh, no, never.
But it's all a man can expect when he's born into the world, death at last. And some piece of ironic misfortune.
Oh, don't say those things. I can't bear it.
Oh, if I've said anything to wound you, I'm sorry. It was for your own sake, not mine.
Thank you.
Please. It's a bitter thing, my dear, to see you in such distress that giving my life itself for you can't help it.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be braver. Is there no way at all in which I can serve you? Either now or afterwards?
Only by letting me think of you as a friend for the brief time that's left to us. by forgetting for the moment that I'm an awkward intruder thrown here by circumstance. That's all.
And afterward?
What does it matter? The closer you come to it, the clearer you see that death's no more than a dark and dusty corner where a man climbs into his tomb and shuts the door after himself.
Oh, monsieur.
I've only a few friends now. And once I'm dead, I've no doubt that I'll have none.
You forget Blanche de Maletroits.
You're very sweet. Any young man in France would be glad to trade places with me and die for you. You value the small service I do you far beyond its worth.
I'll not have you thinking so meanly of yourself. Look at me. Would you say that I am beautiful?
I think the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
I'm glad of that. Tell me, is there a man in France who can say he's been asked in marriage by a beautiful maiden, asked from her own lips, and refused her to her face?
Oh, no.
I know you're a man and half despise such a triumph. But any woman knows more of what's precious in love.
But remember, you asked me out of the pity of your heart, not for love.
Oh, you're so sure of that? Must I bear my very soul like a merchant showcase?
You're very good. As good as you're beautiful. I'll not forget it for the time that's left me.
Very well. I, too, have a pride of my own. If you'd turn back now from your word, I'd no more marry you than I would any stranger off the street.
It's a small love that shies at a little pride. The dawn's starting to break.
Yes. My uncle and his men would come here any moment. What shall we say to him?
Anything you will.
Oh. All of my life I'll weep for you. And weep the more because it was you.
If I'm wrong, it's a great price I'm paying for it. One I'd not pay if I didn't care for you so dearly.
Care for me? Oh, no, it's you who are being kind.
It was in the moment your uncle brought me into you, and you raised your face to look at me. That's when I knew.
Oh, strange. For it was then I felt it, too.
Well, you've seen already that I'm not afraid to die.
Oh, you're not. I know it.
Blanche, is it really true, not something born of pity?
I swear by all that's holy. I love you, Denis.
Oh, my beloved. And I can tell you now that I love you, too.
Even after all you've heard?
I can remember none of it.
The captain's name.
No matter. I love you.
Oh, my darling.
I love you more than my life and my soul. Blanche, my darling, I love you. I love you, Blanche.
Well.
Uncle.
Well. It's most gratifying to see this little matter settled in such a congenial fashion. Good morning, my dear nephew.
I have nothing to say to you, sir. You're a vicious and unprincipled old man.
Oh, that's most ungracious of you. No. At the very worst, I'm no more than a very wise old man. One who's lived a long time and seen a great many remarkable things. An old man who's learned all about such mysteries as the love of life and love.
The Sire de Maletroits' Door by Robert Louis Stevenson was adapted for radio by Les Crutchfield and produced and directed by William N. Robeson, with Elliot Lewis as Denis, Peggy Weber as Blanche, and Ramsey Hill as the Sire de Maletroits. The special musical score was conceived and conducted by Cy Fewer. Escape is presented by the Columbia Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations each week at this time. Next week, we invite you to escape to Egypt of 3,500 years ago with Arthur Conan Doyle's fascinating tale of the Ring of Thoth. And so good night until next week at this time, when again it will be time to escape. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.